How do I stream again? Hold on. Oh, we're live. Okay. Hopefully everything's not broken. I haven't touched anything. Alright, haven't streamed in a little bit. Taking finals this week. I worked ahead yesterday since they moved the PTS to today. So it wasn't on Monday, it was on Tuesday. So I worked ahead yesterday so I could do this today. Other than that, I have been a very busy person. Haven't had much time to do much of anything. But today, we get to look at new Procsets that they're adding to the game that can definitely make us better at ESO. Brah, beefy. Dogs say our woof. I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that they do. What's up, guys? Okay, so, hold on. Something is wrong. What is going on with my... Y'all hear that? The music sounds blasted. Is that just me? Am I tweaking? Ah, whatever. Who cares? Alright, patch notes are currently live. I don't think the PTS is up yet, so we can't hop on and abuse 100k Procsets that definitely exist. Hold on. Can I get... Please hold. We saw last time when they did the preview, they had a 100k Procset. Before we even start the stream, how would you feel if they just decided to add a 100k tooltip Procset to the game? Lego my ego, what's up Air 404, what's up Starshot? How would that make you feel if they just tossed all balance out the window and just was like, here's a 100k Procset. Deal with it. So much effort in this thumbnail. I know, bro! I'm so proud of myself! I'm practicing for my low effort stint where I just produce not very high effort content. I spent a lot of time on the thumbnail. I think the thumbnail's, you know, pretty good. I think it's clickable enough. Random people show up to the stream, don't know who I am, they see the thumbnail, like, oh look, some guy made like a professional grade thumbnail. No, I spent 2 minutes making that. I'm just gonna do what everyone else does for views from now on. That's how this is gonna work. Who cares about passion and having fun? Let me just get money. Alright, let's go check out the, hold on, how do I... Give me a second. Streamer in training. I would be proud. Hope it goes live. Will abuse for the memes? Yes. You have a light attack with like 4 times, bro? It's totally fair. 100k. That's right. Patch notes. Yep. Behold. How do I... Guys, I promise I'm a professional streamer. There we go. See that? Okay, this is our update 47 patch notes. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 11. Hold on, let me pull you guys up on my other monitor. There we go. Latest content release: Feast of Shadows dungeon pack at update 47. This is continuation of Season of Worm Cult. Okay, 2 Feast of Shadow dungeon pack, 2 new dungeons. Challenge your skills. Yes. Naj Kaldesh, Argonian Necromancers. It's a problem. Black Gem Foundry, okay, I can't stop scrolling, okay, we're scrolling, okay, we're going faster. Okay, here's the new dungeons. I can't, listen, probably be running these because I want the sets from them. Unique skill styles. So we got more stuff to play with. Unique skin. Mintos, dyes. Several times. Unique housing items. Oh, here's the Writhing Wall. Battle for the Writhing Wall is a unique event that unites Tamriel. Listen. It progresses through 3 phases, with more activities becoming available as the event continues. Hold on, this music is loud. Let me fix my life. Alright. Fixed. There you go. I promise I'm a professional gamer. Wait, where did my Twitch chat go? Oh! Shoot! Sorry, I didn't pop you guys out. What's up, Twitch chat? Sorry. I promise I'm good at streaming. Please hold. What's up, Euro Shook Up? What's up, Litsu? Yep, we're looking at patch notes today. I'm very organized. This was not a last-minute thing. Phase 1 and 2. Cool. Okay. Travel to Solstice, Support Fellowship, Siege Camps, Front Lines, yes. Okay, where are the things that I get for doing this? Intro quest. Scordo the Knife. Oh. I wonder if we can do those quests now. Unique skills style. Clawtrop's bone. Wormwraith style pages. Wait, is this for the writhing wall? Ooh. So here's our rewards. Pet fragments, siege camps. Who is this? Do I care? I don't know. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. Rip Matt Fryer. He's behind the wall. Yeah, we gotta take down the wall to free Matt Fryer. That's right. Corruption and holes on the floor update. Tired of that Squirtle guy, not gonna lie. Real. Oh right, you can, apparently you could stack surveys now, so they don't take up a billion spaces in not only your bank, but inventory. So, that's good. A good quality of life feature. Infinite Archive Vision Reroll. Now have the opportunity to use Archival Fortunes to reroll your possible vision selections when presented. Cost escalates each time the reroll option is used per vision choice, resetting when a new vision opportunity. It doesn't tell me the cost, so we'll go look at that. Oh! Mount swimming? Sorry, I saw this and I was like, oh, round 3. Oh goodness. Anyways, mount swimming. Yes, your mounts can now swim. Dodge roll visualization update. Oh no, they're playing with animations again. This changes a new visual indicator to convey the increased stamina cost with roll dodge in quick succession. Uh-oh. They probably broke something with this, I'm not gonna lie. Did you miss the last line of dialogue? No. Okay. Vengeance testing round 3. Various systems have been turned on for testing this round to see what they contribute to overall performance. Sky shards, mount selection, along with any collectibles allowed in Cyrodiil. Up! Rolo! Welcome! Welcome to Epic Gamer. Thank you, sir. Roll dodge nerf directly aimed at the Hoff. That's right. Gotta nerf that man. He's too strong. Titles, achievements. Okay, so you can reconfigure your drip in the next Vengeance campaign. Let's go. Meatbag catapults are back. However, they no longer leave a ground lingering effect and only affect players on impact. Wow. Mages Guild and Fighters Guild skill lines have been added with tailored abilities for performance. New armor skill lines have been added, which includes 3 active abilities for light, medium, and heavy armor tailored for performance. Active abilities. 3 active abilities. Not passive. Active. Per skill line? Or is it just one? This is like elude, unstoppable, and then attunement. Annulment, whatever it's called for light armor. Look. Questions. Can we test this on PTS? New homes. Available. Okay, cool. Cool. Furnishings. Not a housing main quite yet. Template information. There'll be in unusual high and mid-level templates. What do you mean? The usual, not unusual. Can't read. Yep. Testing. We will be releasing the Battle for the Writhing Wall event phases over time. Phase 3 will not be accessible. The event intro quest and zone story cannot be fully completed until phase 3. Combat and gameplay. Let's go. Oh no, here's where it could be bad. What's up, Mr. Faithful? Welcome. Greetings. Wow. It has officially been an entire update with subclassing in the wild, and we've been closely monitoring all the fun and wacky antics unfold in its wake. We know there's a lot of discussion over its impact in the game and how it could potentially change a lot of things moving forward, namely game balance. But we're going to continue to watch the data as it comes in and solidify this brave new world. Wow. This patch will be relatively light with balance adjustments on classes, since we're still discussing a lot of potential ways to move forward and waiting to see how behaviors, sentiment, and engagement change. This period... Wow. Period is critical to ensure adjustments in the new subclassing era. Darn right, for a positive play experience. I see. Being light on class balance still means there is some. Okay, we have a few adjustments, largely aimed at correcting some of the less ideal behaviors we're seeing with passive slot effects like Grim Focus and Bound Armaments, often being used purely passively, granting more power than we're happy. Oh, so you finally nerfing Spec Bow now? As you realize stacking it up to 10 times wasn't so smart. So we're going to do some gentle reworking. Gentle. We'll see. Reworking of what they grant in this update. Neither of these abilities nor their morphs grant unique unnamed effects for slotting. Instead, they'll be granting major and minor effects to ensure they're still helpful, but not in the same way as before. Okay, so while I guess spec both slotted, maybe we get savagery now or something? I don't know. Minor and major savagery will slot. Whoa. It'll be easy millions with the new furnishings. Is that how you guys make your money? You sell furnishings? You know Dizzy Swing is gonna knock back now. It wasn't already good. Is it? You can't. I didn't read you can morph stuff in Vengeance. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. No morphs. Anyways, let's see. Major buffs. Additionally, we're taking a stab at ultimate generation and how high it can get by converting many unique ultimate sources into the major and minor system. This will mainly be expressed through the form of class passives like Mountain's Blessing, Savage Beast, where these passives could grant the same amount of ultimate as before, but over a duration and unable to stack with other sources. Update 47 going to make Dizzy Swing knockback instead of Sun. Wait, don't spoil it! Don't spoil it, not yet, I'm not there yet, hold on. Outside of this, you can expect 2 other main initiatives in this patch. Yeah, I make passive millions each week by crafting news furnishing updates. Look. Maybe you need... Wait, I don't have the time to do that anymore, frick. Well, you gotta make like a video or something. So that way we poor folks can learn. Anyways. Aside of this, you can expect 2 other main initiatives packs: regular bug fixing and a balance pass. Okay, I'm struggling to read at the moment. Hold on, please hold. I must gather myself. On some of our item sets, balance pass on some of our... I don't know. This update will be doing a pretty hefty number of pass on our trial source sets, and we'll try and better reward stack-based sets for their more restrictive requirements, while also lessening the delta between those who can utilize them perfectly and those who struggle to get good mileage from them. 2 main ways we'll be achieving this is by building the same amount of power into a passive effect, and the other will be by lowering... Okay, so they're probably just specifically talking about Null Arca in this regard. And maybe Reliquin. Because stacks. General, okay. Updated the visual effects for roll dodge to better convey the ramping stamina cost of rolling multiple times in quick succession. Many fear sources have been updated to no longer place 2 effects, but on you while under the influence, the fear effect and immobilization to prevent you from moving around. Fear will now handle both occurrences in one, resulting in a case where some interactive with passives and sets will change. Blocking no longer fails if the required resource was gained while actively bracing. Blocking no longer fails while using channel or cast time abilities while bar swapping and re-inputting the command. What? How does that work? Fixed an issue where some of the effects in your buff tray and character sheet could appear as if they had multiple stack counts, even if they didn't. This occurred mainly when an effect with a stack count ended. The stacks would not properly flush and instead appear on the UI in the next effect line. What? And more UI fixes. Fixed an issue where some abilities could set your health to full when activated in specific and rare cases. Those who know. I think I know what they're talking about in that, or your health is just desynced. And the heals don't line up. Fixed an issue where some transformation ultimates could surprise you upon completion, interrupting your abilities and causing them to go on cooldown. Okay, but did you fix undo? Interacting with certain doors no longer prevents your character from being able to use single target abilities against targets. Okay. Fixed an issue where temporary summon abilities could be cast and drain resources even when their summon would fail due to being at the pet limit. Alright, here we go. We changed the ultimate generation passives. Mountain's Blessing now grants minor heroism for 4.5 seconds with a 6-second cooldown rather than 2 to 3 ultimate with a 6-second cooldown. Transfer now grants minor heroism for 3 seconds with a 4-second cooldown rather than 2 ultimate with a 4. Okay, cool. Catalyst. Major heroism on a passive? Oh. That's the Nightblade Siphoning passive, correct? That kind of sucks though. This was a good passive. You drink an ultimate, you get a you drink a potion, you get a bunch of ultimate. Oh, come on, man. That sucks. Prism now grants minor heroism for 3 seconds with a 4-second cooldown rather than 2 ultimate 4 seconds. Savage Beast. Minor heroism 3 to 6 seconds, 8-second cooldown rather than. It's a buff again. Corpse consumption. Cool. 16-second cooldown. Oh, 15-second. Impeccable outcome, now minor hero. There's only one major heroism source in here, and that's for the siphoning. It's not bad, but frick, the burst that you get to it was very good if you needed it in a pinch. My Necro Ulgin! No. Over time, Ultimate has become more and more accessible to players, greatly increasing their frequency in which these combat-altering abilities can be activated. This is allowed for strategies that hyper-focus on generation of this resource to amass and creep up over time, creating cases where some ultimates can be activated incredibly quickly. We're going through many sources of ultimate and converting their effects to major and minor systems, so they still offer powerful bonuses, but much more controlled ceiling. Understandable. Should have left at least maybe transfer alone. I know you give it major heroism, but it was a very good passive. Abilities, Alliance War, Support Barrier. What'd they do? Morph no longer grants ultimate when the shield ends. Increase the magic restored. Oh. Fighter's Guild, Expert Hunter. Evil Hunter. Damage bonus granted from this morph now applies the damaging effects of Torchbearer. Didn't before? Oh, that's crazy. 25% more damage on Torchbearer is kind of crazy. Shooting Star. This morph now ranks down to a cost of 185, and the ultimate generation now grants 10 ultimate per enemy hit up to a maximum of 6 times. Oh, come on! No, this was too much fun to play with. I know you can't really use it in PvP or whatever, but man. No. Man. You mean 60 ultimate? 185? Oh, you just gutted the freaking skill. Shooting Star could be a bit rare to use. It is currently, so we're putting a hard cap. Yeah, of course it's rare to use. Yeah, but fun. Fun. How do you do this? Flame Skull. Resolve the issue where corpses generated from this ability and its morphs could not be replaced, causing you to quickly reach the summon limit and be unable to activate other summon abilities. Okay, here's Spec Bow. This ability and its morphs. Oh, hold on. Must how do I? There we go. Fix the problem. This ability and its morphs now grant Major Prophecy and Savagery, 12% crit chance for slotting on either bar. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. This is a buff. This is a buff in most cases for builds. A huge buff. Because that means we can put something else on our scribing skills. Additionally, these abilities now play their special sound effects when reaching the activation conditions. Kind of sucks though that you can't get that free weapon and spell damage, but this allows you to put more utility into your builds. Let's see what they do to this. This morph now ranks up in cost reduction since there is no weapon and spell damage granted per stack any longer. Instead, this morph reduces the number of stacks needed to activate the ability for. What? Oh no, I need 4 stacks to activate Spec Bow now? Can I still stack it to 10 or is it capped to 8? Wait, is that the stamina version? No, Merciless resolved the mag. Okay, the stamina version. Oh, that's wild. Bro, this is borderline spammable in the right case. That's crazy. Yeah, you may not get the extra weapon and spell damage, but that'll add up quick. Whew. Now, this... play with that. This ability in the Shadowy Disguise morph now grant minor protection. What? The bonus healing condition for this morph now requires you to be actively bracing. What have you done? What have you done? This is insane. The bonus healing condition for this morph now requires you to actively be blocking rather than not moving. You know what you've just done. That's insane. That's humongous. This is abuse worthy right here. This skill is now abuse worthy by itself. Because how much does it give you when you're not, like when you're moving? What is it? I don't know the exact bonus, but I know it's like 50% or something. Maybe not that big, but it's quite a bit. And most of the time you're holding block anyways, so it's just a buff. Daedric summoning. They nerfed Nightblade? No, they buffed Dark Cloak. The Brawler Blade heal. Bound Armor. This ability in the Bound Aegis morph now passively grant Major Resolve. Oh no. Oh no, your max stat builds. Good night. No more max stat. No more max stat stacking. You don't get that extra stammer mag now for having it slotted. Instead, you just get your armor buff passively. And now your crit. I mean, that's okay, but man, you just killed a lot of playstyles. I know it's only 8%, but you just killed a lot of playstyles. Good job. Dark Deal. This what? 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 This morph no longer grants minor. What do you mean? What? Huh? What did you do to my Dark Deal? Did you? Oh, so I get 5 seconds of minor berserk now instead of 10 seconds of both force and... Bruh. What did you do? You belong important. I see how it is. I see how it is. No, I see how it is. What? 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 This ability in its morphs now grant minor force while active rather than major resolve. Huh? You can't do that. They just gutted Sork's buff, bro. They just gutted Sork's... Bro. What? You don't get your armor buff from Storm anymore. Wow, if that's the case, you better increase the duration of this so that way it lasts a whole lot longer. Because I'm not activating Minor Expedition and Minor Force every 15... What if you... Why? Why? Oh, because... Oh, yes, because if we scroll all the way back up here... Yeah. Oh, look, what, now you got... Now, oh, guys, now you got your armor buff on your bound armaments. I'm not running this garbage! That means I have to slot Daedric Summoning! You think I'm going to put this on my build? Oh. No, you took away the one thing that would make me actually consider putting this skill line and skill on my build, which is the max stat stacking. Sure, you get your armor buff, and now you get the... But No. This... we're gonna be very gentle with these changes. Right. Absolutely not. Yet again, you've killed another playstyle. You belong. Yes, I feel like belonging right now. Become a Daedra herder. Subclassing nerfs are incoming. Don't worry, subclassing was still good for the game. I'm dead. I'm freaking dead. Mighty Chuden meta. Bruh. What? That makes no daggum sense. This ability has been... Okay, listen, I have... Okay, so this game has been out for how many years? 11 years, and for the entirety of the 11 years, this has been an armor buff. So why now, after 11 years, do we need it to become a damage buff? Why? Yo, it's Crazy Berserk from your Discord. What's up, Mr. C8 Morv? What's up, Foxy? You can't... I mean, they did, but you can't just... No. I don't care if you added subclassing to the game, just no. No! No! Cinemax. Why? I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there will be some. Maybe this will actually. We'll see. I can't make assumptions yet. But first glance, not a fan. Let's move on. Resto staff. Blessing of Protection. Fixed an issue where this ability and the Blessing of Restoration morphs. Go buffs. Okay. Two-handed Berserker Strike. Morph's crowd control immunity will now work as intended. It was broken. Hey, I don't see undo in here. I don't see undo in here. This is the combination effects. Class mastery script. As an Arcanist with this grimoire. Yeah, for PvE. Okay. Thought they were supposed to be light on changes. I'm not even halfway through the patch notes. What is this? Because lightning does damage IRL. Yes, but you become lightning form. Okay? If anything, it should give you like a major evasion and minor evasion on activation as well, since you're more temporal now. Or you've been temporal because you're translucent now. That should be what it gives you if you wanted to make any change. So that way I could still have some defense power in it. But no. No, it's just full damage. We'll see what happens. You know promise? What do you mean? Just joined. Where is Major Resolve coming from with Sorc skill lines? Daedric Summoning. Bound Armaments. The skill that you would only slot for the max stats now has become your armor buff. I mean, I think here's how it went. They have the data. They saw that people weren't using Daedric Summoning on their sorcerer. They were just subclassing it out. You know, and they're like, oh, we don't like that people aren't using Daedric Summoning because it's just not a good skill line anymore. And you don't want a pet build? You don't want a pet build? Then get rid of this skill line. You have subclassing. Just get rid of it if you don't want pet build. Then they look at the data. No one's using Daedric Summoning because no one wants to play pet builds except for a small handful of people. And then suddenly, oh, no one's using Daedric Summoning because we told them to get rid of it if you're not going to play a pet build. Okay, let's just put your most critical buffs for your class on one skill from a skill line and take away what made it unique and appealing in the first place. I mean, I'm not slotting Daedric Summoning, bro. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. We'll figure it out. Epic, how are you so skip? What Listen, what's up, Fructo? Out of all the classes to be hit, MAGSORC was not on my bingo card. Anything with max stats, like, just can't play them like you used to, I guess. Updated many stack-based item sets to grant a proportion of their bonuses up from non-conditional requirements or grant more stack bonuses per stacks. What is this? Crafted sets, Highland Sentinel. This set now passively grants... Oh, they're reworking some sets. Interesting. This set now passively grants up to 986 crit rating when wearing 5 or more pieces. Increases crit rating by 443 per stack with 3 stacks max. Well, I didn't use this set before, but I'm definitely not using it now. Wait, is that a flat? Is that a flat bonus though? It's still not going to be as much, but you do get the passive if that's flat. It doesn't matter, I didn't use this set. Phoenix Moth. The minor force granted from this set no longer breaks when paired with other sorts of minor force, and now grants its effects properly. That was annoying because I did like Phoenix Moth. Rush of Agony. Oh goodness, here we go. This set no longer pulls enemies to the caster after its delay, but instead creates an area of effect on the initial location, pulling enemies to it. The warning visual effects of this set have been greatly increased in order to help improve counterplay. Get wrecked, nerds! Get wrecked, nerds! But you could probably still ping pong with it. Which is going to be a bit weird. This is kind of big. But it kind of works like Dark Convergence now. What? Yes. Wait till you see the new monster set. Sounds OP. I've seen them. Nice. What if instead of Phoenix Moth? Phoenix Moths. Wow. Interesting, Fructo. Interesting. Okay, get nerfed. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, kid. Get wrecked. It'd still be annoying, but get wrecked. Balord. This set now requires you to be in combat to activate its effects. That should have been base. Netch Oil. Fixed an issue where this set's snare and mobilization immunity reactivated for a short period when crowd control immunity ended. What? Okay. Trial sets. Uh-oh. Reliquant. Fix an issue where the cooldown for this set was shorter than the listed cooldown, reduced the damage this set deals by 2%. I see. That now grants up to 10% damage done against monsters and reaches its cap at 50% magic. That now passively grants crit rating while wearing 5 or more pieces. This is literally the exact... What? This is literally the exact same set. But better than, Where's that one set that they just changed? Island Sentinel. What is this? Rating 5 or more pieces. Rating stacks. 5 stacks instead of 3. Oh, this might actually be a solid set. It now grants up to 525 weapon and spell damage, and it reaches a cap of 50% stam. Where? Destructive Mage. This set no longer causes the marked enemy to be susceptible to any heavy attack damage. So it can no longer trigger off allied attacks. This means that multiple wearers cannot apply the same to the target. Increase the damage of the explosion 13%. Decrease the cooldown of applying the mark 3 seconds, down from 4. Updated this set tooltip to be more concise about how it applies, introducing its 2-second delay before stacks apply to the target. Increase the duration of the stacks to 5. Aspan's... I knew they'd freaking buff it! I knew they'd freaking buff it! I knew they'd buff it. Increase the damage per sword by 32%. Yep. The damage bonus granted when a sword is applied is no longer removed when a sword ends, allowing for the... Oh, goodness. We gotta see the tooltip now. It wasn't that big before in PvP. It probably hit about... I don't know, maybe 2k. maybe 1.5, 2K. 33%. I mean, you can stack it higher now. We'll have to see what happens. No, that's not the 100K set. I knew they buffed this, though. I don't see Null Arca in here, which is funny. Harmony and Chaos grants 200 weapon and spell damage when wearing 5 or more pieces. Reduce the weapon and spell damage granted per stack to 88, down from 135. That now passively grants 200 weapon and spell damage when wearing 5 or more pieces. Recovery Convergence. Over healing charges after activation. That now passively grants 0.3k pin while wearing 5 or more pieces. And now grants 660 offensive penetration per stack, up to 5 stacks max. All of that. That now grants 129 weapon and spell damage for its perfected bonus rather than penetration. This set now grants 86 weapon and spell damage per stack, up to 5 stacks max. Rather than 41 weapon and spell damage in stacks. Fully charged heavy attacks consume the stacks. Now give DK Wings Expedition. Might as well. Why do some of the 5 pieces say when wearing 5 or more sets? So think about Pariah, Mr. Netsanot. Pariah, when you put 5 pieces on, you get 2k armor, like 2 or 3k armor base before you start stacking it with your missing health. And then the more health that you're missing, the more resistances you get. It's the same thing with this. Whenever you start getting this, like, you get a flat bonus initially, and then you can build stacks on top of it. So, you know, you get a little bit more to work with before you start building the stacks. Yeah, it's a passive 5-piece bonus. That's right. How likely is it possible to wear more than 5 pieces? Yes, obviously. Black Gem Foundry. Okay, here's the new item sets. 2-piece max health. Wow, they just put max health, max stam, max stam. Okay. Block 2 attack. Yep. 2. Okay, so this is just the Restoring Light passive on a set. Cool. But for a heavy attack specifically, 12-second cooldown is ridiculous. Black Gem Monstrosity. Offensive pin. While in combat, casting a soul magic ability consumes soul gem and gives you Black Gem Splitter for 10 seconds. 6-second cooldown. Getting lighter heavy attack damage, fires a Black Gem Splitter at your target, 17% of their max health. I gotta try those with my MAGSORC and see what we can do, because we got a few other new sets to play with. Lustrous Soulwell. Magic recovery, or health recovery, magic recovery, max magic. And casting an ultimate, right, magic stamina and health recovery for 2 seconds per 20 ultimate spent. So it's like Balorg, but recovery. Oh. They nerfed the Procset strength, gave passive effect. It's not flat. It's magic damage anime, so that'll be factored in with Battle Spirit, so it'll be cut in half, and then you'll have to factor in your resistances. So depending on who the target is, reduce. It could be strong though, that's why we need to test it. For PvE, it's gonna be decent. PvP sets that work like this, it's not Oblivion damage. So it'll get cut in half. Yeah, I'll go watch a good streamer. Bye-bye. Wow, I see how it is, Fructo, man. Okay, have fun. Alright, so Soul Fury. Crit chance, offensive pin, weapon and spell damage. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack gives you Major Force, Major Berserk, or Major Courage for 12 seconds. Interesting. It'll be good till they get enough sales on the content pass. Wow. So I'll make it 17% Oblivion damage. No. Now Kaldesh monster set. Max health. While in combat, performing a roll dodge creates a 6-meter pool of blood. 10-second cooldown. After a 1-second delay, enemies in the pool take magic damage, and that scales off your max health. In a 6-second damage shield based on how much total damage was dealt by the pool. At 6 meters makes it not very good for PvP at all. Stone Hulk Domination. Heavy. Healing taken, stamina. Haunting an enemy applies major vulnerability to them for 12 seconds. This is 15-second. This technically is just a flat 10% damage on a 5-piece because you get guaranteed vulnerability on the target for 12 seconds. So this can be used in PvP because you can just put something on that has a taunt. I think Ice Staff heavy attacks or something. I think those taunt now or whatever. I don't know. Shouldn't be that hard to get, I think. Jabs do Oblivion damage. Everything should do Oblivion damage, yes. Tools of the Trap Master. Okay, here we go. This is the one set that had like 123k tooltip when we saw it. And this will probably be my next new fun favorite proc set of all time. Crit chance, weapon and spell damage, crit chance. Good start. Dealing direct critical damage with a non-heavy attack. Sorry, dealing direct damage, not even crit. With a non-heavy attack, plays a stack on you for 5 seconds. 1 second cooldown, 4 stacks max. Dealing damage to an enemy with a fully charged heavy attack consumes the stacks. Causes a blade to strike your foe from below, dealing physical damage and applying the standard status effect. Per stack. Interesting. We'll see what the tooltip looks like. It might have been a placeholder. Xanmer, Spellweaver, Elemental, Catalyst, Ganker. Yes. What do you think of the Rush of Agony change, the Hurricane nerf, and the Spectral change? Okay, we talked about the Hurricane change, as in, okay, so you have it give me an armor buff for the last 11 years, and then suddenly it no longer gives me armor buff. It just gives me damage. And then you put armor buff on bound armaments with a crit chance in a skill line I'm not going to use because you said get rid of that skill line if you're not going to play a pet build. So I'm not going to have that skill line slotted. Like, what? Does that make sense? Anyone? No Hurricane? Okay, I'll use Race Against Time. Well, you need your armor buff. Yeah, you might as well just use Race Against Time and no daggum armor buff anymore. That's Daedric Spear Stun. That Tones might be good with that. Hurricane change confuses me. Yes. You use Daedric Summoning and you will like it. I will not use Daedric Summoning and I will not like it. Daedric Summoning looks pretty decent now if you're a pure Stam Sword. Yeah, but why? But why? They took away the appeal of that one skill. They took away the appeal of the bound armaments, which was the max stats that it gave you while slotted. That was relied on for a lot of builds that built max stats, and now you kind of took that away from them. Interesting. Anyways. Xanmer Spellweaver. Increase your damage done with Flame, Shock, and Frost by 5%. Increase the damage of Burning, Concussed, Chilled by 15%. Play around with that. Yeah, that looks fun. Rewards? Oh, we got new rewards for the Worthy? What? New PvP sets? Uh-oh, that's not good. Medium. Weapon and spell damage, stamina, weapon and spell damage. When you damage an immobilized enemy, apply major vulnerability to them for 3 seconds. Okay. Screw the new taunting set. We'll just use this. That's not bad. It's like 10% damage that you didn't normally get, because I don't like how they're making very rare buffs easy to get. This is what we would call power creep right here. Interesting. Spell Shredder Light. Penetration, crit chance. Increase your damage done by 2% for each damage shield and heal over time effect on your target. Oh no, they're aware of the issues in Cyrodiil, but we're not gonna fix them. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh, you have no idea. This is not. No. No. You want to make this useful? Put 5% there. Then we might be able to kill stuff. All they had to do was remove heal over time stack. No. No anime. No. No anime. Absolutely not. The ball groups will get mad. Can't do that. We can't make the ball groupers mad. No. We must be able to stack radiating regen. Yes, so this just tells us they're aware of the issues that we have in Cyrodiil. They're aware of all the problems that we complain about on a daily basis. And they're gonna fix it by putting sets in the game. Instead of actually reworking the fundamental mechanics. Take the cleave cap off of Force Pulse. We already have Snake in the Stars and Oakfather. Yeah. Snake in the Stars! That's a good point, John Vito. Snake in the Stars was supposed to fix this issue. Where every time your target healed, you do 1k Oblivion damage to them. It didn't fix the problem. This is not going to fix the problem. Putting the set in the game is just like, we hear you guys in PvP. This is how we're going to fix it. I'm glad that you hear us. I just didn't think that you'd do it again through another set. Because Gerald Mountains, Snake in the Stars, and now if you wanted to put this on, is still not enough to kill some people in PvP. Every time you give us a set, it's never enough. You just need to fix the core mechanic. Those sets are Giga Chad levels better than Spell Shredder. Yeah. They are aware of the problem. This just tells us they're aware of it. Their way of going about fixing it, I disagree with very heavily. Make Snake in the Stars like Venomous. I think you could only have one instance of a specific ability on you at once. Snake in the Stars is the ultimate anti-Templar set. Yeah, but the problem that it was initially trying to solve, it did not fix. So this is not going to do anything. You put it at 5%, maybe we'll have something interesting. Because it is damage shield and heal over time. So if someone has a damage shield and a heal over time on them, so someone's using Hardened Ward and Vigor, you know, that's only 4% extra damage to them. 4%? Really? Unflinching ultimate. Heavy, max health, armor. Gain 1 second of CC immunity after casting an ultimate for each 20 ultimate. Ooh. Not bad. You belong. Thank you, Streak. If you have Restoring Light and get hit by Snake in the Stars, just give up, you're dead. Wow. This doesn't look too bad. 20 ultimates spent. The question is, what if I used it with like the two-handed ultimate with Berserker Strike? Could I like add to the duration of my Berserker Strike? Or would I just get 2 different instances of CC immunity? Because I'd love to be able to add to my Berserker Strike with this set. If I could do that. That would make this set very, very, very competitive for outnumbered PvP. Very, very good. Even as a defensive option, because you can't be knocked over. Armor block, tank build incoming. Unflinching ultimate. I didn't think about that either. Yeah, you could do that. Probably 2. Yeah. Well, I'll say this. The combat changes, especially the combat changes, the class abilities and whatnot, for Sorcs, don't really make me want to play as much. I mean, we'll see where it goes. I think I'm just more or less confused. These patch notes just confuse me. That's it. Just confused. We'll see where it ends up. We'll see where it ends up. They didn't fix undo yet. We got all those changes, but I still can't undo to save my life. Oh, the fixes for the UI. Yeah, daggum. Yeah, there's still a lot more issues than that, I'm sure. Up the current in capacity, store much header. What's wrong with the patch notes? They said they'd be gentle on the changes, and then they do. At least, okay, so for me, of course, I'm a lot more biased than most people because I love my Sorc. I love playing Stam Sorc. Sorc in general is my favorite playstyle, and they changed how my class works nearly entirely by taking, like, I have to source my armor buff from somewhere. I'll see what I can do to find that armor buff, but they changed. The biggest thing for me is the lightning form change. This ability in its morphs no longer grant you minor force while active rather than major resolve. So instead of your armor buff coming from Hurricane, you just get damage. That's the first thing. They took the minor force off of Dark Deal and then put it onto lightning form, and then put the armor buff onto bound armaments. But they took away what makes bound armaments special, which is that max stat scaling. So you can't do that anymore, and then instead put your crit and your armor buff on this skill. Which, I mean, okay, but I'm not using this skill line because you said it's pet focused, and yes, it is pet focused. I mean, maybe I can do that. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm not a fan of this. And I knew that they would do this to assassination at some point. At least when they mentioned it, that they'd put the crit buff on it. It just made the most sense for assassination and how the skill line works. That you get your crit buff from something in assassination, so now it's grim focus, which is nice. I don't know why we need 4. Okay, no more 5 stacks of the stamina version, but 4. I need to play with this because this could be disgusting. I didn't see them mention a bug that I found either in here. I don't know if I should talk about it. But this means you can get a spec bow to go off every 2 light attacks. Technically. And then they changed Shadowy Disguise, so it just gives you minor protection instead of your savagery. And then while you're holding block with Dark Cloak, you get the big heal instead of needing to stand still. I feel like they could have buffed Impin trait and just left Sorc alone or something. I wait for the I've got every minor and major buff possible on that broken build Kirkamuji. Toggle sprint, nice. Wow. You belong, Epic. You're subclassing now. He posts this in Discord so I can take a look at it. It should be in Discord. It normally goes to patch notes in my server, so I can find it here. Oh, I just pull it up on my second monitor. Right here. Patch notes. And then, I mean, this is a change to me. I know if you're not a Sorc player, or you don't really love your Sorc, this change isn't going to bother you that much. But, like, 11 years of this skill doing the exact same thing, and now it's needed to change. What's... Well, it used to make sense. Oh, goodness. Bastion CP will be a little bit stronger with weaker wards. Slower old Jin with heroisms. Can't find a patch note. Behold! Patch notes! Here you go. Didn't nerf no Larco. And I don't think you can put major resolve on Ulfsiles. I think it's minor. Minor resolve. Because your armor buff is technically 9% damage mitigation with the 6k armor it gives you. So if you don't have major resolve... Rip. Alright, I guess we'll hop on the PTS, see what's up. But, don't know how to feel about these patch notes. Not a big fan, initially. Few changes. I don't like the shakeup of storm calling. It's my honest opinion. Oh. Alright, let's go, PTS. Kind of abomination I can create. Don't worry, we got 6 more weeks of wacky changes since PTS is 6 weeks. You think they'll change it within the 6 weeks? I highly doubt they'll make that one change because one guy on the internet doesn't like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure all Sorc mains are not very happy with this change. So Warden's Charm escaped the nerf hammer again. Yes, they still haven't nerfed Warden's Charm. It's still bugged and doesn't show up properly on your UI if you get charmed. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be because I'm really tired. Been working a lot recently, but I'll see what I can put up with on the PTS today. Should be relatively light. I don't have to use my brain that much. Battle for the Writhing Wall. Cool. Look at this goofball. No Puritan nerfs. We love it. Okay, I'm gonna look at what my builds feel like at a base with the changes to the skills. Because that means I just no longer have my major resolve. I mean, I've gotten away with no armor buff before on some builds, but those are incredibly evasive playstyles. I mean, right, my sensitivity's a little too slow. This is not fast enough. There's my... Let's see. Can't test Dark Deal. Here's the biggest thing. If I can put the major resolve on this, we won't have a problem. No, it's minor resolve. Goodness. It's only 10 seconds? Are you serious? I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to do if I want to play this specific build in particular. I don't know about my MAGSORC. I think my MAGSORC's gonna completely change. Denmer Spellweaver. Yeah, we can make some funny status effect builds with it. And nothing for BGs once again. Yeah. But I'm very sure that they're aware of the issues because that one set that they added, the see if we can find it. Cyrodiil, Rewards of the Worthy. What in the world was it called? There's that one. Well, no, because I don't have any of it collected yet. Does look weird in my collections menu. I don't know what they called it. Spell Shredder, here you go. Like, we know, like, this confirms that we know that they're aware of the issues playing Cyrodiil in PvP. They know, they hear us. But they've decided in fixing it this way. If you guys can't see that tooltip because the chat's covering it up, it says increase your damage done against enemies by 2% for each damage, shield, and healing over time effect they have on them. I don't think that's quite enough. Alright, let's see MAGSORC. I put my crit buff. Actually, I don't need to anymore. This might actually work out perfectly fine for MAGSORC, to be completely honest. Funny enough. Or normally I'd have the Savagery and Prophecy on there. I get that with the spec bow now. So I can just replace where I get my my armor buff from, since that now doesn't give me my armor buff anymore. I think it'll be fine. You use this skill so often. It's just now I can't pre-buff with an armor buff, so it'll be extra squishy. 18k on my back bar, and I have to have a target to get my resolve. That's a problem. You just made this build so much more difficult to play. Maybe we'll have to change how it works a bit with the new setup for skills and whatnot. So all they did with the magic version now is it reduces the cost, correct? But I mean, it still does a little bit more damage. However, I get more stacks. I can fire the spec bow at 4 stacks instead of 5 with the stamina version. Okay. Oh wow, that damage difference though is actually kind of huge. I'm gonna stack it up to 10 times. Let's see how quickly I can get this to fire off. So I'll go ahead and break it then, since why not? The reason this is a problem. Let's see if you catch it first. Oh, I gotta get this right. Well, it works for the stamina version. Is it just bugged for the magic version? Then why would I ever use the stamina version? Because I can still build stacks faster this way, unless they just didn't put in the patch notes. Let's see. Looks like they fixed it. There's a bug on the live server right now with overload and spec bow where if you have overload toggled on and you light attack with it, let me see if it still like works. First off, I don't need to be in combat to generate stacks. As you can see there, I'm not in combat, but I'm still generating stacks with a light attack even if I miss. My overload is toggled on. So it's a 3, goes to 4, then goes to 5. So now I have spec bow, I'm not even in combat. The other problem was every time you'd cast overload from your left hand right there, you'd actually end up getting 2 stacks of spec bow instead of 1. So you'd build stacks twice as quick basically with overload toggled on. And it looks like they fixed that, but you can still get stacks just missing your target. So that means I'm still going to use the magic version because it hits way harder. If you didn't know that. Black Soldier monster set looks OP. Trapmaster, Randall's Wolf gonna be. Hold on. Alright, let's get that tooltip presentation and see how bad we have this set. Let's see if it's actually 100k or not. What in the world? No icons for those? Yeah, Black Gym Monstrosity looks pretty decent. Alright. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh! Oh, that's not that bad. Oh, no, that's not bad at all. This had a 100k tooltip when we saw it on the thing. However, 4 stacks at the exact same time with a heavy attack. That's 6k damage on a tooltip. Question and answer. Ooh, it's bigger than Tarnished. I think it's competing for Nolarka's spot. Here's my Nolarka. Nolarka is still more damage. That's good, but what is stopping me from running these two sets together and getting insane amounts of burst? So we now have a set that is stronger than Tarnished every 8 seconds. The requirement's a bit weird. There is no delay on this proc set, and that's the biggest thing. There's 0 delay on this. And I totally forgot. If it applies damage 4 times, that's 4 instances of Sundered. Potentially. We gotta test. It better not be that way, because then that means it is more damage than Nolarka, which is not good. It's attribute respec. Character slots. Elisa spammable build. Mighty Chuden gaming time. Essentially. Hold on, y'all saying stuff in chat and I wasn't paying attention. I'm a bad streamer, hold on. Sork blade now, spec bow for major sorcery. Major force from mythic. Air force, hurricane, overload. The update live yet? No. Dark Exchange gives minor force anyways. No. No, it doesn't work like that. They took that away. Now it gives me Berserk for 20 seconds. Instead of 10 seconds of a minor Berserk and 10 seconds of minor force, I get 20 seconds of minor Berserk. I get my major force for my hurricane. So this build still technically will still technically work. Alright, let's go make an abomination. Create character, Bop, Catman Gaming, random. Or random. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna read chat for a second. Not saying they should have changed it, but they did. Trap Master's OP, especially on off-balance targets. With Rack's Void Mantle. We'll see. We'll see. Behold, the greatest name of all time. Last Sorcerer. Do a few good spins. And send him on his way. Bro, I swear if I spawn in at the city way shrine again and not in front of the... Oh, okay, good. Oh no, they changed how the health bars look on other people. Oh, that looks weird. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Great, I gotta set up my template character again. Oh! What is this? I look like a professional in this strip. Professional lizard wizard. Yes. In fact, incredibly professional. Wait, no, you go there, and then you go there. Don't remember. I really haven't. Feels like I haven't played this game in forever, even though it's literally just been a week. That's how busy I've been. Whatever. Eat. Acquire. I'll grab this fella too. Why not? Adventurer pact. Sometimes it can be fun setting up a template character on the PTS. Sometimes. I do it enough. Alright, champion points. Fun fact, you can shift click to put your champion points in very fast. While you keep your control schemes for mouse and keyboard on, as well as your gamepad control schemes. You can speedrun champion points. In fact. Not is out too. And just the defaults. I'm a true mouse and keyboard gamer now. Okay. And then we slot our new friend. Goris. A great name. Goris. Right on. Now we become naked. Embrace nakedness. PTSD 1. Probably should have bought Vampire. Definitely gonna want that stage 3 with the lack of armor buff. Yeah, what's up, hood? Grim Focus and Rush of Agony got nerfed. I don't know if I'd call the Grim Focus that much of a nerf. That with Pyrebrand gonna replace Reliquin. Pyrebrand dual meta. Wood Mantle gives you 100 extra, 20% extra heavy attack damage and off bounce. Yes, I know this. We don't talk about it. Controller, Chad, let's go. I like to use one thing just on the keyboard. I get lost trying to use a controller. Been on PC since 2003. IBT update 47. What's up, Karl? What's that heavy attack overload ganker you used? What do you mean? Was it well-known sets? I didn't see your HP. We don't. What build? What heavy attack overload? What build? There's no build. Okay. Wait a minute. That's not okay. Consumables. Went crafting crate. Traveled crafters crate. We must get our gems. Oh. Tribling supplies, infinite inks. One of those. I can't have infinite inks on the live server. Rigged. Must go earn ink. Who goes out and earns ink? IBT armor buff. Look, I don't know what you're. I don't know what build you're talking about, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what build you're talking about. Okay. Grab craft tones. Actually, I can just go to my house now. My crib is OP. Made it, so I don't have to go back to that place. Okay, so what are we testing first? I'm gonna go. There's the first thing my mind can think of, and that is dual wield, melee, explosive, get good at the game build. I need to be base warden. We see. Oh, I wanna see how the sets work. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Put this goober over here in the corner where he belongs. Yo. Yes, he can stand sideways. Yo. All right, and now let us acquire the brand new and very delicious new Procsets. I don't know why I called them delicious. Please ignore that comment. Okay, Black Gym Monstrosity. Spelled Trap Master. I have to do some math. This might be competitive with Wretched. Hold on. Actually, I think it might be more than Wretched. This might be better than Wretched. Depends on how much you can get your ult off. Alright. Let it begin. What? This is? Okay. Black Gym Monstrosity first. Because I need to be a monstrosity. Alright, let's see the drip on this thing. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. That one's neat. Trap Master. Okay, so this is obviously going to go on the front bar. Meaning... There are axes. Nick. My drip. I'm the drippiest man alive. Bro, they nerfed Sork so hard, yes. There's no such thing as heavy attack gankers. That's right. Only elemental susceptibility builds. I actually made one last week. No, you didn't. Patch looks like 4 of my characters. Not a fan at all. I'm not a fan either. I don't like a lot of the changes they made, especially to Sork. Not anymore. I had no proc 50k Sork ganker. And an out gank Nightblade build out there. Yes. New set to make it better, yes. There is no such build. Doesn't exist. Okay, how do I use this thing? What's this? Oh, soul magic ability? Okay. Understood. Soul, physical damage, class mastery, and now resolve. Okay, so all I gotta do is this. Ooh, look at me, I got shoulders. Wait, whoa, hold on. That was Tools of the Trap Master. That wasn't even the Black Gym Monstrosity. What do I gotta do? Oh, I need soul gems. I don't have soul gems. Hold on, I need to go acquire Soul gems. How do I do that again? Consumables? Soul gems? Okay, where is... There it is. Nah. What was that, bro? That's... What was that? That's wicked. I can make such a supercharged heavy attack build with these new Procsets. Why does ZeniMax give me the power to do this? Like, every single time there's a daggum new update. Why? I like the sound effects. I have to be in combat. That's what I'm doing. I'm initially casting and I'm not in combat. Okay, now we're in combat. That's my Trap Master stacks. Let's see what happens. Okay, fully charge heavy. Okay, so it's 1 instance of damage. So it's additive. That means it can scale up. That's wicked. That's 7k. That's 7.6k. I'm not even done building it yet. I'm putting no arc on it for the memes. Yay! ZeniMax has given me brand new proc sets, but they took away my armor buff. Do you want me to play one-shot builds? Is that what you were telling me? Do you want me to ruin the game? Belt. Oh. I'm already getting lost in all the crates I have. Oh no! What do you mean, oh no? Been reading patches. What are changes to Nightblade? Catalyst now grants major heroism. Yeah, that's not a fun change. No passive bonuses from Spec Bow. Spec Bow gives major crit chance. Dark Cloak. Lame. Rock condition on the set. What do you mean? This? I have to be in combat and deal damage with a soul magic ability, and every 6 seconds I get one. I don't know how this works in PvP, but I would assume it's cut in half by Battle Spirit, so it's not that big. This is like best case scenario too, because the man's got 300k HP. Trap Master, dealing direct damage with a non-heavy attack grants you stacks. At 4 stacks, you can consume all the stacks to do a bunch of damage. So now we're gonna compare the damage with everything. I'm gonna get to maximum stacks with this. We're gonna hope we can proc no Arca. 6k. I think Trap Master crit. That's accurate. Let's see if we can get a crit on it. It was 5k. There you go. See our procs. They literally just stole the icon from Arca and put it on the Black Gym monstrosity. So Null Arca is still better. But that's every 4 seconds I can build up to that proc. And that's a guaranteed sundered as well. I wonder if I can line them up. Lining them up's gonna be... Actually, shouldn't be that hard to line them up. You get to 4 stacks, you build the 2 stacks of Null Arca. Right there, and then we crit with this. If that crit. Everything would go off. I don't think I have enough crit chance, though. I have my major and minor buffs. We'll get Assassination. Just for testing purposes. Dark Cloak nerf makes no sense. The heal no longer interacts with the Dark Vigor passive. Why change that? I thought it did. You just hold block and now you get the thing.
Your reputation and your trust.
Oh, my bad. I want my armor buff. Okay, I want my armor buff. We'll just... There you go. Get my armor buff. You're good. Out of the game. Wait, I put it on? Never mind.
Your choice.
Means I'll be overlapping my buffs. I don't want that. Yep. I love how they put the stamina morph of Merciless Resolve. That's so funny. I don't think it's like this on the live server. It's a small thing I've just noticed. They put the stamina morph of Merciless Resolve first instead of the magic one. It's like when I'm trying to respec, I'm initially going to click this because I'm used to the magic one being the first choice of morph. They really want people to use Relentless Focus. That ain't happening, bro. You either give me bonus damage on this skill, or I use Merciless Resolve. Why even touch these things that have been around for years? I have no idea. That's the biggest question with me. All my streams buffering. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I don't know why you have Storm Calling and then you have... Hold on, I gotta reload UI. You have Hurricane doing the exact same thing for 11 years and then suddenly... Oh, we're buffering again. Why are we buffering? Why are we buffering? On a daggum stream. Buffering. Yeah, you have Storm Calling the exact same for, I don't know how, like 11 years, and then suddenly, boom, no longer armor buff. What are you doing? Yeah, honestly, I don't like this update as much as I like the subclassing update, but it's whatever. Initial reactions. Maybe it's a good update. We'll see. I was actually kind of happy with update 46. Enjoyed it. I'm not 47. Constantly annoyed. That was different because Yankee was actually incredibly excited for update 46. But most people weren't. But now he's not happy with his update. I'm trying to be the optimist here. They withdraw major resolve from Hurricane. Why? Yeah, they wouldn't tell us that either. Makes no sense. Like they're like, oh, people they you know they'll run both dark magic. You know, put the major resolve on Dark Deal. There you go. We fixed the problem. You have 2 armor buffs on the class. You don't need to put it on daggum bound armaments. No one uses that skill. Not anymore, because you made it not scale off of max stats. No more. Should be done. I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna do funny things. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. 47 feels exactly like update. Yeah, and they said they were gonna make gentle changes, you know, to the overall combat change, like the overall combat space, because oh, we want to see subclass, and then suddenly it's patch notes are longer than update 46. I don't understand. I don't know. I haven't been playing ESO as much recently, so I'm not super attached to the game like I used to be. It's not as important. Real life takes precedent. Okie dokie, let's see. Sure, we'll just do that. And streak. For the sake of it. And then, crystal weapon. More crystals. Okay, so whenever I deal damage with... Well, I gotta cast the soul magic. There we go. Then how does this deal damage? Oh, it goes off with my next attack. Okay. Nice. So what if I just did a heavy attack? Because it can go off of my heavy attacks, right? Oh, goodness. I'm not even done building yet. This is going to be a lot to keep in mind in order to line it up. However, it looks like it can be done. Alright, so we get to that. Alright. 1, 2. Hold on, I gotta get this right. I haven't done yet. Ah, I know Larka. Good man. Wow. What did I just do? How many procs was that? All of them? I know Black Gym Monstrosity is, like, not a realistic number at the moment. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 stacks, that, and spec bow for good measure. Okay, cool. That's you can learn to do that, I guess. Technically, Hurricane has only been around for 8 years. Still, why keep it the same thing for so long and then change it? Exhaust updated the wrong patch notes. These ones suck. Watch them drop a new class. Legitimately have no clue what I'm even going to run if this goes live anymore. Resembling this. Seems like they're pushing people into a new content force. Them to use scribing skills. Just about every subclassing build I have is invalidated. Oh yeah, you know that exciting new subclassing build you spent a lot of time fussing over, role-playing, and getting right? Well, screw your subclassing build you spent months getting right. We're changing the game again. Screw you. Yeah, that's basically it. You're gonna be okay, but it's only gonna be popular if you're a Sorc. That's it. Other classes, no. Got armor buffs elsewhere. I've been using Mage Guild buff. Use 32-second armor buff. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that skill. Balance. Equilibrium. Most interested in the status effect set. Casual everyday main. Crafters, heavy attack DK. Get it much worse, much more sleek. Subclassing now, probably have to go back to pure class. I don't think they know exactly what they want to do with anything anymore. I don't even need to line these up. I just need to watch for my stacks at the bottom there, and then that could be a nasty range combo. I still don't know. I think Anthemirs will hit harder if you're going for a pure heavy attack. Lining everything up like that. Like, there's a lot of power potential here. It's just going to be a lot of learning to line up. And I'm not very focused at the moment. One. Alright, whatever. Screw you. Insta-kill. Oh no, melee gank build soon. Already have one. Debuff your damage shields? It does. It debuffs your healing and damage shields for like 4 seconds. Which makes no sense. The Siphoning Strike doesn't give you a penalty to your healing, but that one does. Makes no sense. Hard to justify Shadow at all now. I really want the Invis Bow Ranger set. That's all you need. You don't even need no Arca. I mean, no Arca might go off in tandem with those, but you don't even need it. I don't know why I picked Soul Harvest. Whatever. Yeah, absolutely disgusting from range. Try that next. Oh, now you'll just have to make do without an armor buff. Why you do this? Why you do this? Oh, I can just go here. I'm rich. Have the thing. Is my rallying cry still good? Yes. You may abuse rallying cry. Stream is lagging for whatever reason. I can turn that into something else, can't I? I don't need it for the damage. At least on a funny, goofy spec like this. I do have to deal damage with it, though. But there won't be enough time to get that off. It might as well stay that way, then. I don't know, this is a concept build. I'm probably not going to fidget around with anything today. Like, more exclusively. I can't. Too tired, but I do want to see how the sets work. I mean, maybe we'll try and update the MAGSORC. I think there's something to do with it, but... See the burst. You? Alright. Alright. Break. That ain't right, bro. That's 12k burst, 120k. I mean, best case scenario, your target's not gonna have 300k HP, but still. Yeah, cut that down a bit. Maybe, maybe we'll have more reasonable numbers. None of these other ones seem too high. Craftmaster feels pretty fun to use, though. I'd like to have it with another really reliable set. Do me some good. That's wild. Curious how my Necro is going to keep that Grim Focus change. The weapon damage, pretty big. Resource on a crash course to kill their own game with all these changes to the skills and subclassing. Honestly, who's like, make every class play the same way, every skill line the same. That's not how every skill line is, and they don't all play the same. It's just we don't have a lot of communication with them for these. Like, they did some communication talking about, oh yes, we would like to change how ultimates, you know, People stack alt-gen a lot. It's very easy to stack alt-gen. So we're gonna change how the passives work to grant you unique source, or to grant you heroism, depending on the passive that you have. But then out of nowhere, for no reason, they just change Hurricane, Dark Cloak, and Bound Armaments without giving us any context as to why they've done this and the thought process behind it. I don't understand why they've done it, and that's what makes us all mad, because they just do things and then they don't tell us. Like the heroism changes and whatnot, okay, I understand where you're coming from, I see the point you're making. But why did we need Hurricane to be changed? Why did you put the armor buff onto Bound Armaments? Ardent Flame Whip. So far, tried to remove the special elemental passives from the classes. Everyone was mad. Now they're making everyone a Nightblade, and every class look and play the exact same. Yeah, if you want, listen. Crabmaster is okay, I guess. Nice. Just very specific heavy attack conditions, kind of, you know. But you can do funny stuff like this. The spec bow didn't crit, but if it did, it would have taken all of his health. Strange time we live in, where Necro is the only class surviving a patch well. I mean, Warden is fine as well. They just nerfed my beloved Sork, and how dare they put their hands on my beloved Sork? How dare they? Okay, I'm gonna go make a bow Sork with Mr. Black Jim Monstrosity. Oh great, it just threw me to the top of my menu. That's still a bug. To manually go through and take all this stuff off. I don't think I'm gonna use Trap Master. I do need to figure out the organization of my skills. Okay, so two options. I don't like either of them, but we can get away with it technically. It's not gonna be perfect, any means. Like the rings, try and make this as accurate to live server as possible. Hang on. Did I ever get the weapons? What do they do to Sork? Also, hi Epic. What's up, Dakota? Oh, take my upvote. Subserrated humor, welcome. 40k average health is 6.8k. I don't know, maybe stronger than it is. I nuked my beloved sword. Remove the armor buff from Hurricane, yes. They took it so it doesn't give you major resolve anymore. Instead it gives you your minor force buff, and then they took the minor force off of Dark Deal. Look, Sork didn't have a major savagery buff. Okay, Sork didn't have a major savagery buff. Okay. At all. Then they had the major savagery. Bound armor. What they should have done is they shouldn't have taken the armor buff off of Hurricane. They should have kept minor force on Dark Deal. Okay, here's what you need to okay, you don't take the minor force off of Dark Deal. You still keep it at the 10 seconds with the minor berserk. Okay? You keep bound armaments the way it is, okay? While it's slotted, it does give you your savagery and prophecy buff, okay? But also gives you those max stats as well, which is the biggest reason why people would use it, because you pair it with Expert Summoner and you get a bunch of percent modifiers to your max stats. You took away the thing that gave this skill a good identity, which was its max stats. Take the resolve off of this, put it back on Hurricane, take the minor force off of my Hurricane, put it back on my Dark Deal, and then just give bound armor and bound armaments its passive, you know, savagery and prophecy, just like you did with Spec Bow. There's no reason. Take the major resolve off of it and major resolve off of a Hurricane, and then just put your... It makes no sense! No one needed this. No one asked for this. Dark Deal was fine where it was at. Hurricane was fine where it was at. You just made it worse. No reason to do any of that. None. And if there was, you didn't tell us why. Yeah, you told us that, oh, we're gonna change how the stacking works for stuff like bound armaments and merciless resolve. But why does Hurricane and Dark Deal have to suffer as a result? Why does Dark Deal and Hurricane have to suffer as a result of you wanting to change one skill on bound armor in a passive skill line that no one is using? Why? Why does it have to affect two other skill lines? You're looking at things on a skill line by skill line basis. So then these two should not be affected by this. If we still had pure classes and everyone was pure classing, maybe. But do you not see how many people are subclassing because in order to compete, you need to do these things? Where is my woodworking? I don't understand. I don't understand. We got 2 dark convergences now, yes. You mind showing us how the Rush of Agony looks? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Sick of pull sets in general. So dumb. Guess my MAGSORC is gonna need some modifying. We're working on that right now. Right now. What's up, Levon? Place. Dark. I'm above the Mage's Guild. Yes, but I can't heal myself. Might as well use Siphoning Strikes. And put an armor buff on that, because screw you. I don't know. Why not? In essence, this update doesn't really make a lot of sense. If you couldn't keep up. We'll put the armor buff on our Sundering Soul now, so that fixes the problem. However, there's no however, actually. We just don't have as much uptime on it now. We got all the buffs we still need for the MAGSORC, so everything's fine in this department. Skills are fine. Now we just get to play around with some sets. So honestly, our MAGSORC build isn't getting hit too hard. Why did I do that? You know, Larkin. Which is good. But other builds, especially brawler builds, they're definitely gonna suffer from the change because they don't have. Okay, here's how you could fix. Here's how you could fix the armor buff situation with your Hurricane. Wolfchild's on its healing, Gladiator's tenacity. Should also give you major resolve. I don't know why it gives you minor resolve. This should now be this should be major resolve if you're gonna do this. It's the only way to balance it out for builds and keep them relatively the same power. without people needing to completely change their play styles that they've developed. Without it, yeah, you can't play the exact same way anymore. You just can't. Unless you don't want to have an armor buff. You just can't play the exact same way. You're not a Sorc main, this doesn't bother you. Just fine. I understand. But who doesn't use Storm Calling now with subclassing? This affects a lot more people. No, here's how you fix it. Put Major Resolve back on Hurricane. Yes! This is how you fix it. Put Major Resolve back on Hurricane. Most people run Race Against Time on builds. Maybe the new Hurricane can open up a spot for a skill. No. Former Stamp Sorc, that's a bad change. Yes. Well, fortunately, I've been playing a lot of other games at the moment. And a lot of fun with those too. What did I make? Oh, I made a bunch of prismatics. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, subclassing grew on me, and I'm like, oh, maybe this will too. You know, I'm trying to be the optimist. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense why they made the change. That's the only thing. It's just like there's not enough transparency in why they made the change. Wait, they took Resolve off of the base skill of Hurricane? Yes. You don't get Resolve, period, from Hurricane. Makes no sense. And if you want to keep it the same for lore's sake or whatever, I turn into a storm. Okay? I become translucent. I become translucent. Okay? If you... Listen. I don't even know, bro. I gave up. Hang on a minute, I put the thing on the wrong thing. They also changed the font. The font is way sharper. They must have... Oh, that's what they did. They added more shadows. The text has sharper shadows. It's a small thing I've noticed. I don't know if they put that in the patch notes, but the text has sharper shadows. Very small change. Wouldn't have thought it, but I see it. Well, if Yankee's saying it's bad, it's pretty bad. Lights are on, but no one's home. Arasaka monster set can be fun. Also, Boatsork main, this has put me in a very, very foul mood. Okay, there's other games. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. I got my base health is low. You know, I don't want to be Mr. Negative all the time or whatever. I don't want to be this is a good thing, guys. I don't know. I don't think it is. Just a confusing change. Maybe one day we'll understand. Maybe one day, gamers, we will understand. Where do you go? Look, this is flat. What do you mean this is not flat? Okay, fine. Go in here. Oh, no? Okay, there you go. Happy? Alright, for drip purposes, I must change the style of my bow to something I paid money for. Yeah. If you're good, you will find a way. Well, this still hurts the casual player. It's their audience that they're trying to target. Beloved casual audience. Oh, these max stats ain't gonna work so good, bro. Why is my max stats so low? Put triglyphs on everything. Lower than usual. I do feel good for damage. Wow. Did you already show Rush? No, I'll do that in a second. I'm having too much fun with my Black Gym monstrosity. How come that proc comes out really freaking fast? Holy frick, that's a quick proc. That's obnoxious. That's so quick. I don't know if you guys caught it. That's a very quick proc. That's faster than Null Arca. That's near instant. What's the distance? Can we see its travel time? Yeah, it's faster than Null Arca. By a long shot. They both went off at the same time. The Black Gym monstrosity hit first, and then Null Arca hit. Holy frick, that's a quick projectile. It's instant! Is it not? Whoa. That's a problem. Bro, that... I swear that's instant. What's the counterplay on that? So many threads about Sorc changes already. I bet there is, bro. Max range. Max range. Max range. Ah, bro, it's instant. Oh, wow. That's a problem. That's so good. Well, if you're using the set, it's good. If you're fighting the set, it's not good. You see how quick, like, it flashes above my head for like half a second, then it's already proccing on the target. There needs to be a 1 second delay on that set. That's crazy. I mean, maybe it doesn't do enough damage in PvP. Maybe. Maybe. But the speed on that is almost uncounterable. It already procced again! I didn't even get time to line it up with anything. It just goes off and does a bunch of damage. I'm about to do something disgusting. It's instant travel. Say on dealing damage or on light attacking? Okay, so it does have a travel time, but it's very quick. You can completely hide it. The right combo. Got like almost the same speed as Impale almost. I think it's quicker. You may not understand why I fuss about the speed of projectiles in this game. But it's kind of important to understand for lining up burst. You want your skills hit properly. You want to get the timing down on them. And the fact that this black gym monstrosity travels instantly almost. Check this out. You can line up the burst with it and get some nasty results. You guys want to? I'll show you guys again how quickly this comes up. So we'll enter combat, right? So I'm gonna pre-buff with this. See that? Did you catch it? I did that all on one global cooldown. Set came out, procced. At least from range, that's how it works. Sorry, I'm nerding out over this. This set's kind of cool. It's kind of strong at the same time. Okay, so on enter combat, right? I'm gonna activate my crystal weapon while I'm in combat, right? Whenever I cast a soul magic ability, right? It will proc the set. So if I activate my light attack and cast my soul magic, by the time my light attack hits the target, the soul magic will immediately it'll spawn in. Because I'll use the ability, and then my light attack will hit immediately after. Because that's the pacing of it, and that's from range. This is funny. It's not really, I don't think it's really going to work as well at Overload, because Overload's a bit slow, yeah. You can notice in the speed of the Overload and how quick it procs. Compared to a regular light attack from a bow, its Overload's a little bit slower. Alright, enter combat. Like, that's still very quick, but compared to a regular light attack, way fast. I'm curious. Play around with some funny mechanics. Just for testing's sake. Oh. Does that actually work? Hold on, I gotta try that again. Great, I messed it up. Alright, let's go off then. No, it doesn't. Okay. Out of curiosity. Okay, so what I'm testing here is, if you don't know, this is just generic tech. Light attacks from resto staves deal damage instantly, so there's no travel time on them. So if I light attack and then use the Sundering Soul, it's not going to go off with the burst. I wanted to see if it did, because that could just be very funny to see how that works, but it doesn't, because there's no travel time. It's going to be the same. It's the other stabs, the only way that's... Oh, wow. Please hold. This could be bad. Okay, so Force Shock has the same exact funny mechanic. I wonder if I can get them all to go off at the same time. Force Shock has the same funny mechanic of instantly traveling to the target on use. See that? Look at that right there. So what if I... It's a bit tricky to get right, but that's some damage. Bad it doesn't proc off of that, and it's just getting the weave right is a bit of a problem. You can actually test the speed with these two. Activate that. No, the timing isn't good. The bow is still probably the best for timing. Unless you don't use force pulse. You can't get it all to line up perfectly quick enough. Is there any patch notes somewhere? Can't seem to find anything. There is. Watching the numbers, Black Soldier and procs consistently critting for more than spec bow. That's because of how the scaling works. It'll probably be different in PvP, but it's still going to be strong. It's based off of the maximum health of your target, so that's why when we hit the dummy, it hits super hard. This is not how it's going to be in PvP, but still, 17% of your target's max health. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. That's definitely a nasty 4 or 5k proc in PvP. According to this. Okay, because your average target has about 30k HP, right? Do 10% of that. There you go. So doing way more damage to the dummy. Yeah, it is. It's HP based. I'm gonna have to math this out. Let's do some math. Calculator gaming. I'm tired to think these things through at the moment. Alright. Times... Yeah, it's a 5k proc. It's a 5k proc before we start doing all the other calculations, because we do 30,000 times 1.17 for our 17%, then we subtract the 30,000, we get 5.1k. So, and that's on a non-crit either, so yeah, reliable 5-6k proc on this thing, probably. Will the dot from the Inferno Heavy count as heavy attack damage? Because the initial setup could continue to proc. No, it doesn't. It counts as a dot. I do like the effect of it. I do like how it looks. I like the purple above my head with my Nolarka. My OP. Feels nasty. I think the bow is still better. Just how it paces and the damage modifiers for it. And plus the utility is just too good for open world. Feels good. I like it. It might be something I'll test if I can get my hands on the set, but I don't know if it'll be a mainstay. Depends, because we get a mythic and some more health and survivability with the other thing. There's another proc. And you do if you wanted. Maybe if you're running with a handful of friends. Looks like a railgun. Yes. And then that's the burst we want right there. That combo. It's actually pretty easy to line up if you know what you're doing. I like it. Because of how quick it travels. The timing on it's perfect for this build. Okay, so what we'll do is activate that. We wait for 2 stacks of null Arca too before we do that. It's just kind of hard to know when it's about to happen. It's just gonna go off there. And there it is. It's not super controllable. Might really be good on a damage, the high HP build since it scales off of enemies' nice stats. That is true, but it's still going to take into account your penetration modifiers and whatnot. Everything else you have. I want to make a build with Trapmaster. Trapmaster and Vanderellens. Someone stop me. Let's do that. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Trapmaster and Vanderellens. Good. Vanderellens front since medium. You can get away with Anthel Grease, Anthel Slime. Oh goodness. Sorry, the more and more I think about this build, the more and more I just get a little slightly excited about it. It is going to use Anthemirs. We are going to abuse Anthemirs. This is going to be obnoxious. Hopefully. Incredibly, hopefully, very obnoxious. Can't exactly gank with it, but I can brawl with it. Definitely can brawl with it. This just means I'm gonna have to take a few liberties to find out the armor buff and where that's gonna come from. It shouldn't be that bad. I can't use... Maybe they knew I'd make this build and that's why they changed it. Do two-handed as well. Domir. If you're close, that's insane. Oh, I need to show Rush of Agony, you're right. My bad. I'm getting lost in all the other sets. Okay, we'll look at Rush. We'll just pull Rush out of a coffer real quick. Medium. Rush of... So yeah, it's just Dark Convergence, but 8 seconds now, which is actually not bad. Body pieces, just throw that on. Go back to what we were doing. Doing it back, I need Fate 2H. Alright, let's see what Rush looks like. I want to read the tooltip first. We do that. Dealing direct damage with a blink, charge, leap, teleport, pull ability creates an area under the enemy that pulls within 8 meters for 0.8 seconds. After 2 seconds, all enemies within 7 meters of you. That's so weird. That's so weird. That makes no sense. I mean, I like how it looks, but... What if I just put Dark Convergence on it? Because Dark Convergence pulls after like 1 second, so you just get double pulled. You'd just be doomed. You'd just be screwed. What's the pull timer on this? Yeah, after a 1 second delay. Pulls enemies after a 1 second delay. So you get pulled by Rush first. Yeah, so you get pulled very quickly by Rush and then immediately pulled by Dark Convergence after. Yeah, I'm doing that real quick. Let's see what that feels like. Might be bombing meta right here. Wait, why did I pick medium Cyrodiil sets? Oh. Our convergence. This actually looks like it could be very fun. Funnily enough. You have to run it in this very specific configuration, however. You wouldn't be able to run it any other way. Of how the sets would work together, but I do want to see what it looks like. The ultimate black hole build. I didn't buy, There you go. All right, double pull. Our convergence is now officially outclassed. 25-second cooldown. Got a 60% snare. 12-meter pull. Oh, sorry, it's 10 meters. Oh, that's so bad. It's 10 meters. Rush of Agony is 12 meters. It's actually got a larger pull than Dark Convergence. That's so... Bro. Alright, well, screw you. I don't need Dark Convergence anymore. Just use Rush. That with Colossus. Yeah, you get double pulled. The off CC, there's the first pull. Wait, I gotta wait 25 seconds for my Dark Convergence to come back. Let me just go make a concept real quick for the funniness. Great, I'm in combat. Doesn't Rush have a player cap, though? It don't matter, bro, if it is. Nope.
Every distance.
Oh, wait a minute. No more ping pong. You guys notice that? No more ping pong. The pull will not apply crowd control immunity, but works once every 7 seconds per target. So you get a unique CC immunity to this set now that wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. When did they change that? But I guess that means you can't stack it in ping pong people anymore. That wasn't there before. It did have a cap of 6 enemies before. If it says it had a cap of 6 enemies, it doesn't say it here on the tooltip. It probably specify that.
Whether you don't.
Necromancer. This is the Colossus skill line, correct? Yeah, okay. Let's go full bomb then. Keep storm calling for the extra damage. How else could we make this worse? Oh. I don't even need to ask that question. There you go. I'll show you the most first and blurst bomb build you've ever seen in your entire life. Mid-year mayhem will not be the same. Wait, we're not getting the patch. Never mind. Next mid-year mayhem will not be the same. Let me show y'all something. Is this the right bar? What bar is this on? Doc D. What are you doing? Thank you. Grouping with inquiry. Okay, cool. Okay, which bar am I on? That's a master. Okay, so this is front. Do brawler for bombing. And then I normally like to do the two-handed ultimate with the Berserker Rage so I don't get knocked over, but we can try Colossus, I guess. Stuns all enemies. They're gonna be stunned. These status effects. vulnerability. We can probably get blast bones in there at the same time as well for funnies. Go, and then... Did I get the right morph? I need to morph it. Oh my gosh. I don't have enough space? I'm mad. I don't have enough space. I want to slot all these skills, but I don't have any space. So funny. All the good skills I must have. Okay, maybe we don't do streak then. Yeah, we don't want to do streak actually, because that'll completely mess up our bomb. Yeah. What do you want? A deep fissure. Or why not? Hurricane. Out of the game. I don't have a damage buff. Can't fix that. Freak would be nice. I mean, I could use ball lightning technically. Actually, that's too good not to want to use. What's going on with my compass? Oh, all distances are now displayed. That's funny. That's new. Lip Sicarius. You want to get pulled twice? Okay, have fun. Did I just invite you to trade? Okay, you want to get pulled twice? Okay. Behold, the double pull. It begins. You get pulled and stunned. Get good. Alright, heal up. I'm gonna throw the whole thing at you. Alright, pet build. You gonna heal up? You heal up? You gonna heal up? Pet build? Alright, you gonna heal up? 4 seconds. No, come back! Come back! I'm not done! That's horrendous. You're not surviving. Where am I getting... Oh! Oh, right. Yeah. Forgot about that. Savage Beast now gives me minor berserk because I'm good at the game. Avid Boneyard for the AoE vulnerability and synergy damage. Yes. Bro, I'm running out of space for things. I can only pick so many. Okay, so it's blast bones or this because I need proxy that for the car. Actually, no, it's not. It's we just get rid of wings. There you go. All right, prepare for the vortex. I don't have my ultimate. How do I use this thing? There's so many moving parts. Every single ability on my bar is going off at the exact same time. You are getting hit with 5 abilities at the exact same time. Why am I not generating ultimate? Where's my ultimate? What? Why am I no longer passively generating ultimate? What in the world? Oh, whatever. And then this. And it would only scale up the more people are nearby. I should use my ultimate with that combo next time. There's so many buttons to press. Man, that's a bit of a learning curve. Oh, wrong button. Oh, you're blocking so you don't get pulled. Well, I see how it is. See how it is. Alright, let's see. Even through your block, you're going to half health. Yoink. Yoink. Embrace Boneyard. It's a lot of damage. Look at these pet summoners SMH. Well, he's not gonna let me kill him, so I'm just gonna walk this way very slowly. I have no movement speed because I got rid of wings. But yes, if you're not blocking it, you can get double pulled. You can still block the rush pull. I watched it pull him and stun him at the same time. Oh, well, since you're here, actually, let's test. Did I save it? I did save it. Okay, we'll go back to this in a minute. Let's test Black Gym Monstrosity. Let's see how that lines up. I don't have any champion points in, but we'll see. See how hard it hits. So you got a lot of health on that fella. No blocks allowed. I need to see raw damage. Get rid of your friend. Why are you hitting me with trample? How dare you? You blocked it, you AI program. I told you no blocks. I gotta wait. I must wait. Oh, you pull me. I think I saw 3K there. Oh, that's not the correct CMX. 2K, and none of it crit. None of it crit, 2K. That's not bad. I don't know if it's justifiable, though. So it does take into account your mitigation after the 17%. That's still a nasty little proc. Look, it's competing with Tarnish for damage, and Tarnish crit on you. For 2.5k. Actually, I think this is nasty, because... it may not be as much as Tarnish, but it hits harder if it crits, at least with your health pool. But I guess for squishier targets, it's not going to be that bad. I cap, not a cap. What does this mean? This thing can crit. It's not bad. What's your health? 41k? I don't know if that's you buffed or not, but I assume it is. Pretty good damage for a 2-piece. I don't like them, Mr. Nerdy Sweat. The patch notes make me sad. Warden class script. What do you mean? Okay, that's still good. I mean, it didn't crit and hit you for 2k. And you're probably very tanky on that thing, because you just hold block. Why did I do that?
Every day.
No way I'm gonna have an armor buff or space for it, at least for what I want to do. Two choices. Armor buff on another class. That generate crux? I mean, the logical choice here for me would be Draconic Power. Freaking Sorc changes are a pain. $29k armor reroll. What do you mean? 5 by 300, 400 weapon or spell damage. That's not what I'm worried about. I don't like a hurricane change. Like, what the frick? What is that? If I activate hurricane, I don't get armor buff anymore. I just get damage. Bro, that's the identity of storm calling. It's your defense. And they just take it away. And they don't tell you why. It just disappears one day. Like a father figure going out for milk and never returning. They do the same with my hurricane. Okay, back to what we were doing. That's the case too, right? That's another point you can make towards the case of why this is a bad change. It does the exact same thing as Dark Conversion, just a different resource now. And so you've taken uniqueness away from the ability. And morph identity. Good job. It's not an incredibly enjoyable thing. Give me use dagger stamina version. No. Refused. It wouldn't let you use the stamina version. No matter how hard you try, unless you give it more damage, I will not use it. It can deal physical damage. Then maybe we can have a conversation. And the setup for the combo is long, but I mean the amount of damage I might be able to get off of it be worth fighting for. It's making a case for. Acquire my drip. No major resolve on Sorg, anything else massive. Yes, you don't have to block to do dark deal, or sorry, dark magic things. Not dark magic things. Sorry. For dark cloak, you don't have to stand still to get the bonus healing. AFK BRB. I just realized that indirectly they directly nerf Eme and Sorc play. Well, they nerfed everybody who plays Sorc. Not just him. Me too. Alright, that's what we need. That wind up is gonna give everything away. Won't have an armor buff. Took that away from me. I'm going full damage. Could just run righty shoot it anyways. Then you're fundamentally changing how a person plays their build. It's not the burst I want. Okay, that's the burst I want. I don't think I can make this thing tanky enough to be worthwhile since I don't have major resolve. Because they took that away from me. Nah. I don't like Tools of the Trap Master like I thought. I don't think it's high enough to be competitive. There needs to be a much more reward for building the stacks. If I'm building off of non-direct damage and I gotta go into a heavy attack, you need to give me... Might as well compare it. I know it's stupid to sound, but we'll compare it to Daggum Spectable. I like the patch notes. You're about the only one in this crowd. And that's because they didn't nerf your playstyle at all. You don't use storm calling, so it doesn't affect you. In fact, it makes most people easier for you to kill because you don't touch storm calling. For your armor buff, you use runes. And your beloved runes did not get touched. Well, now my idea of running 2 armor buffs don't sound so funny, now do it. I'll show you how to fix it. I'm gonna lose a little bit of offense, but I'll gain a bunch of defense. It's the change I'm gonna make. Oh, I don't have my build. Oh, frick. We'll just go back to him then. I use storm calling plenty, I just don't mind it. Well, that's because you have easier ways to get your armor buff than someone who who puts their armor buff onto their storm calling. Here's how we'll fix it. We're just going to be even better at ESO. I don't like the Sorc changes. I was hoping for something like a buff to Impen or Rallying Cry nerf. No one who plays Sorc all the time likes the changes that they've made to Sorc. Not a single soul. You like the changes to that they made to Sorc, you haven't played Sorc for a long time. You don't really know what Sorc is. But having a storm calling, they took the armor buff off of Hurricane and put minor force in its place. No, you're wrong, anime, because they also took the max stats. They also took the max stats off of bound armor, so you can't stack as high anymore. You're missing 8% max stat. It's just gone. Just gone. It's just gone. It just disappeared. It's gone in the void. So that's not a strong case. But why? I guess because they wanted to change how bound armaments works. The cascade effects ended up completely like they hit everything on Sorc. None of Sorc's skill lines are safe. But I'll show you how we fix it. I'll just have more healing power. That's it. And finally slot an execute, which is nice. Beckbow. We actually have a skill slot for flex. Ah! Of course. Oh, I fixed my armor buff problem. Now I don't die as much. I don't know, I don't play MAGSORC, I just asked Adam Lad because he's built MAGSORC. Well, if your MAGSORC source doesn't use an armor buff to begin with, then, yeah. It's gonna feel a little weird to play. Compromise on a bit of damage for more defense. I have to relearn this. Not a big deal. It's annoying to get right. And that means I can put the vitality back on there and get insane amounts of healing. With the runes. Mythic. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be very hard to kill now. Oh, they wanted this. Yes, simpler time, pads light. As far as... Yep. Yep. Well, you're gonna make changes. I'm gonna get tankier. I may lose some damage. I'm not exactly excited about that, but... I still have enough to kill someone. All I need is in-cap and spec bow, and that's enough. Now I just have the healing over time and defensive power of restoring light. I can just sit here and hold block and be immortal. Probably take the mag version then, right? It's a stamp. Blocking with the ice staff, because this is pretty expensive. Oh, I don't have points into there anyways. Doesn't matter. We're gonna keep the heal over times up. Build will play itself, bro. Maybe they should buff Necro on Arcanist Major Resolve skill line so there's more variety. Necro hasn't been touched since Ice Age. Like Arc gets nerfed. There's a lot they should do, and there's a lot they're not going to do. This is Cinemax. They won't tell us anything. I do miss the added damage that comes with animal companions, but I still got burst. Enough to kill people. But, until I make this build competitive enough to fight. MAGSORC's kind of fixed too. We just put the Major Resolve on a spammable. We lose the weapon and spell damage, so... I believe every class in ESO should have access to execute Major Resolve, Minor Brutality buffs. Every class does. Well, this game hasn't been balanced for the longest time. We're just taking more steps backwards at the moment. Describe this for damage. That's some stupid burst. Not even done with the thing yet. I do two-handed. Issue with Necro and Arc tank lines or how reliant they are on your special conditions of corpses and crux. If you want to run those skill lines, you kind of need their damage lines to benefit. Yes. You know what this does? Buff the MAGSORC I made on PTS and replaces dangerous summoning with restoring life. Bro, that's literally exactly what I've done now, and I just taken off dark magic and put assassination on. It's what every Sorc is going to do. You've actually made the smarter Sorcs tankier. You force them to use a defensive skill line where I would normally run two offensive skill lines. What's Trapmaster hitting for? 13k is not bad. That's harder than Crystal Weapon. Trapmaster. I don't know, I'll just say this. This update doesn't make me excited to play ESO like I thought it would. Like, I mean, if they added the new sets and whatnot, sure, okay, yeah. But then all the changes they made, it's like Yankee said, update 35, just a random shakeup with no rhyme or reason for a bunch of things. Just not super excited to want to play ESO. I mean, I haven't really been either recently. How busy I've been. I think the spec bow change was good. Yeah, I can get behind the spec bow change. I mean, it cuts down on a lot of the power that spec bow had, like, as you needed it to run on a build. That's a change we can agree on. The savagery from there is fine. But the problem is how they decided to also do the exact same thing from Bound Armaments. I could see what they've implied with it. I think I talked about it already, but the change to Bound Armor changed everything. Like, it cascaded to every skill line that Sorc has, and it's like, oh, well, if you don't want, you know, if you don't want to use pets on your build, you don't have to use pets on your build. Just get rid of Daedric Summoning. Well, now, what you've done is you've said, okay, get rid of the skill line that you know, is very pet-focused and pet-heavy, but we've put one of your most essential and key buffs for any build on this skill, which is locked behind the skill line we don't want you using because we told you to get rid of it if you're not going to play a pet-focused build. Okay. Okay, I'll just get rid of it. Now I don't have an armor buff anymore. Like, why? They could... We talked about this earlier. The most they could have done, instead of put the major resolve on this as well, is just put the savagery on it and keep the max stat stacking. This is what made this skill so very strong and good in the first place, and why a lot of people used it, is because it gave you the extra max stats. No other slotted item or skill gave you an 8% bonus to your maximum stats. They just took that away and then put resolve on for whatever reason. I know it says bound armor, but it had minor resolve on it. Okay, you don't... Minor resolve. I've enjoyed the new range part, but I do kind of miss the beam. Don't mind the spec bow change, but I hate how it cascaded from that point. Things like Shadow Cloak and such. What are they ruining now? No more major resolve on Hurricane. I got an ad when I asked for Rush About Agony. Oh yeah, I tested it. It's not a nerf. It's not like... It's a buff for bombing, and a nerf if you're using it and abusing it in ball groups. Because now it also has a per target cooldown. Status effects set. Okay, Beefy, look. Alright. You want status effects build? I got you, bro. Here we go. I made this build a while back. I just made it on the PTS one day. We're gonna dust it off. It was pretty strong. And now a perfect set has come along and made it way better than it could be. So let's go get it. And actually, perfectly, this lines up because this skill line has an armor buff in it. It gives you major crit buff now, yes, but it takes away all the max stat scaling. Which is dumb, because that cascaded to 2 skill lines. Dark Exchange got hit from it, so now it's lost its unique morph identity. And then obviously Hurricane. So... I'll just continue to main Plar and Warden, I guess. Yeah, all the builds you thought you made in update 46, because subclassing, like, oh, subclassing's cool. Think again. You're losing a critical and a very essential buff for most builds. Use Storm Calling. You'll get good. Alright, so I guess we'll throw it on the front. Hold on, I need to pull up a screenshot of it. PTS. I'm just in shock of what I created. Where is it? Where is this thing? There it is. Oh. Oh. Oh man, I was cooking. Alright, so... Okay, got it. Honestly... Nah, that's too good not to want to do. That's so busted. Wow. Wow, hold on. Yeah, that's... Oh, goodness. Alright, where's that new set? I'm gonna go ahead and set up my bars. I have to look at this picture because I know what I need to run now. This might have been the buff I needed to get me to finally play something weird like this. Okay, and then... That's the wrong morph, but okay, we'll take it. What do we do? Okay. Huh? What? So confused. Whoa, okay. Yeah, why not? Let's get our minor expedition from that now. Why does this build work? I don't know what I was doing the night I made this. Is that... It's a healing contingency. And obviously we would have Hurricane, but they changed how it works, so I'm not using it. That's a strange build. How does one come up with this? Lighting morph? Oh, you mean the magic version? Yeah, I think it's nerfed too. Did even get buffed again? No. How's the status effect set called? I don't know, we're about to test it. I forget what it's called myself. But I know it's a light set. Oh, good. I have a billion of these daggum things to sift through. I'm not a fan. Feast of Shadows collectible. Woo! Collectibles. Me. Outfit styles. Okay, so Feast of Shadows item sets. Zanmer Spellweaver. Yes. Zanmer Spellweaver. Oh, I want the sash then. Zanmer Spell. This is my, like, roleplay build, by the way. Yes, I made a roleplay build. I wanted to do something very funny with modifiers. And I did. Maybe it'll be even worse now. I mean, I can get away with gloves too, I guess. Back on a piece of heavy. Make up for it. I mean, why not? We could... Why did I do that? I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna do it. I'm sure I had a reason. When they giving us underwear skins, what do you mean? Oh yeah, we did get a new skin, didn't we? Forgive me. Zanmer Defender. Wow. Literally the golden trial skin. Imagine. Put the staff on the front. Oh, I got the bars backwards. Okie dokie. Bring him back, bring him back. Not gonna need that, we're gonna need heavy though. So, let's see. There's space for more stuff. Oh no, there's space for Gallant Chain and Mythic. Or not. Weird. Oh. Okay. Oh, there is. Anime, you will not convince me that this is a good change, not yet. It looks so goofy with that skin on. Alright, trait, what did I use? Sturdy? What in the world? Might have been block casting or something. Pretty swift. What was I doing? Epic use rock cot yet. Maybe. Maybe there's a build we don't talk about. Maybe I worked for Zoss. I wish that armor buff had a burst skill, and they gave it to me. Alright. The rider. Alright, let's make sure everything's in order first. I need to take a look at the story glyphs because they might have been a bit weird. Gotta have some spell cost reduction. And was I a vampire? No, I was not a vampire. So weird. Reduce spell cost. Reduce spell cost. Okay. What? What's going on with my game? Are we disconnected from the internet? I can't interact with anything. Oh, goodness. Alright, come on. There we go. I know what it was. Let me guess. It's frost. I don't ever use frost. I guess this. Oh. I think that's poison. Alright, fine. Fine, be that way. Oh! Right. Give Rakapa and Dekepa, and that's frost, and that's fire. Just to make sure I get this right. You remember it later. This will be fire. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this will be infused cost reduction, same with you. And this will be the damage. And it appears I was not a vampire on whatever this creature is I've made. And I need Vate Resto Staff. A strange build. Most off-meta thing you've ever seen in your life. But it works. Fix my life. Please hold. There we are. Let me go get a few more specifics. 2143. Good thing I have this picture because I'm way too tired to try and make something like this right now. It's worn out. Pictures are OP. Gotta be mag recovery as well. No other way around it. Gotta be mag recovery. So that's the fun part right there. That's the fun passive. Now I get it with the new set. Slotted, so that's why we have one on each bar. Back bar? Oh, of course. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, it's not really close, actually. Which one does more damage? Even though that one applies chilled every tick. Alright. Testing sig. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Holy frick. Nothing crit either. That's so funny. Activate this then. What's my crit chance on this? 30%. Okay, not bad. Remember this thing being incredibly resilient too. Still having problems with my mag recovery. This thing is so strange. What's this build I've made? Oh. Right. Mine are brittle all the time. Full Frost Mage Gaming. Ice Staff Frost Mage Gaming. Oh, they gave me some new monster set styles I could play with. Opal Scourge Harvester. Where in the world did I get this? I'm using it. Sure. Can I just randomize it? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, give me some good. Okay. That's fair. Totally forgot. It's a feature you don't take advantage of too often. Oh wow, yeah, you're dying to this. I think you're walking away, but yeah, not. Unless I run out of sustain. Dead. Alright, I'm gonna cure myself of vampirism. Because I was not a vampire on this, according to the build. And that was for good reason, because a lot of this stuff we're using is incredibly expensive to cast. Yeah. Who's at the top of our damage? Oh wow, chilled. Insane. 18% of our damage. Wicked. I like it. Go again. Hurt my damage a bit using overload, but the sustain should be fixed. I mean, well, technically, I don't even need to do the, could update this, is what I'm saying. It's... I'm way too tired to be doing this right now. I like how it feels, though. If you ever wanted a frost mage, I guess this is it. %. Yeah, that's weak. We do get more when we activate this, though. I think it has to be class skills. Yeah, there's the crux. So another 12%, so 34. Minor brittle. Yes. Epic, what's up, a plant guy? Welcome. What's I doing? Champion points, stack them. Let me go get some sleep. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Definitely these two. And potentially 2 defensive champion points. Duelist rebuff. And Lensing revival. Beefy, I'm a frost mage now. How does this make you feel? Magical man of ice. And frost. And ice. What more modern drip? Make my own. Red. Eggs. Sure. Here's boots. The greatest boots of all time. Yes. Here you go. Best drip in the game. I color it bright orange. For no particular reason. Specifically the chest. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Heck yeah. Add a little bit of green. That's a horrendous green. Legs. No, legs need to be blue. Feet can stay yellow. That's fine. I like the purple on the face. Here we go. That's what you call drip right there, boys. Yeah, that goes hard. Anyways. No buffs. Just force balls. I like this. What do you mean you like this? It's pure frost mage. Yeah, program. Okay. I mean, you have to kind of use this with force pulls. Maybe Draugr can? The set will be good with DK 2 in Asylum Destro and the other status effects. And you have to look at it this way, Beefy, is the application versus damage. If you can apply a status effect more often, that's more damage than just increasing the small amount of damage that it does by 15%. Is the set, which is where Threads of War comes in. Every light attack you apply it. I still think Threads and Serpents would still be the best thing for your status effect builds, despite the fact Xanmer now exists. Because, well, the numbers by themselves are very small for status effects, and they only really do much if you start adding all of them up together, like we've done here. See, we got all of them proccing. Each of them concuss, burning, and then shield is at the top. We've stacked in a shield with our passives. For Winter's Embrace, nearly tripling the amount of damage shield does. And then on top of that, yes, another 15% here on top of shield, and then 15% more for Xanmer now. Okay, but get more damage if you apply it more often. 30k DPS. Oh. Okay, fine. Visitor. Fight you with whatever this abomination is. Let's see how it goes. What did the other morph do, and why was it better? The build specifically at the time. Minor magic steel. Oh. I see. I mean, that's for outnumbered. That's... You could do Xanmer and Draarkin, increase chance, and then Asylum Destro, and make sure applying it often. I think be getting applied often anyways. Like, I mean, we could try that too. I just don't know how much more energy I have to test on the PTS. I'm very tired. But I do want to see the new changes and stream it. Well, you can get the same result with charged. You don't even need Asylum. Just charged will be enough. You're nearly guaranteed to apply each of your status effects with charged. One force pulse tick ought to do it. Pretty consistently too. You're kind of overdoing it if you do it with that. You don't need to run charge, but you're still running an arena weapon. The chance for force pulse particularly is just high by default. I don't know what it is, but it has a great chance of applying with charged. More so than other attacks. It's very easy to get all those status effects with charged. $30k on Precurse. Oh, you're gonna trow to me, Yankee, so we can harass each other. Free to cast. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing some damage. I'm in the guild on this account. Cool. That applies magic steel anyways, because it does damage initially on hit, right? Oh no. I have magic steel just for 3 seconds because I have resto staff threads. I mean, it really shouldn't even be close which one of these status effects is doing the most. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Man, I'd love to test some more, but I'm completely wiped out. Maelstrom Ice back bar. It'd be cool if they added status effect Mundus Stones. They haven't really touched the Mundus Stones in forever. Fine. As long as you don't have 20 billion pets getting in the way. Waiting. Thank you. I'm gonna lie, I like this helmet. Growing on me. It's weird, but I like it. Oh, Gravelord sacrifice to 15%. You have 22k HP. If this is a concept, we'll see it, but if anything in PvP, you're not surviving very long. Ow. Ow. Blockade of Frost did all of your damage. You just did a full PvE rotation on me. Bro, your status effects are freaking weak. What is this? Your attribute points will not make a difference in your damage. I'm sorry. They won't. I mean, that's decent, but is that supposed to be like a PvE build? Because I'm not gonna let you just hit me with Blockade of Frost. We'll see. Okay. See how it feels. You did get me with dots there. But that's just the surprising power of Flames of Oblivion. It's interesting that your spammable is susceptibility. I feel like you could do way better with Force Pulse, though. You don't need susceptibility. You don't need it. Force Pulse would just be more damage. Way more direct. Yes. I need to be close to you to get this to work, right? How do I use this thing? How does this even work? Why was I using this? I made this build at like 4 o'clock at night like 2 months ago. I have to hit you 3 times to stun you. What's this build, bro? Who made this? I'm sure if I had the brain cells to try and comprehend what I did with this build, I could... Let's see what my damage was to you. Yeah, Flames of Oblivion, that just hits anything. Oh, and Wrath of Elements. So, you know, Yankee, this is what you want. You want chill all the way up here. Our burning is doing quite a bit. One more chilled, more chilled. I'm on Dragarkin with no heals. Well, that's not going to be very good for PvP then. Because if I have no idea what you're doing... Wait, if I have no idea what I'm doing, then you have no idea what you're doing. I mean, you might be able to get away with it, I don't know. I'm too tired to work out the specifics. You could probably make it work, but I think that's more like a meme build than anything. For practical PvP, you're gonna need some heals and survivability. Man, I'm so tired. You guys got 3 hours and 30 minutes out of me. I don't know, I'll have to come fidget around on the PTS when I'm not stressing over finals. Let's see what I can come up with these new sets, because I'm sure I could make some funny stuff. There's a lot of potential synergies. Epic sleep. I'm not going to bed yet, I can't. That's way too early to go to sleep, but take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm not in test mode like I could be. You guys probably won't get a stream from me for another week, though. So. Thank you, bro. Peace. What do you mean, thank you? Oh, for the testing? There's so much more stuff I wanted to goof off with, but... Oh, yes, of course. We cannot forget. Hold on. This is important, guys. Trust me, this is important. We're going to Solstice. Yes, we must test out the new feature. Hold on. Before I toddle off and go get dinner, must test the new feature. Oh, and Beefy. I may not stream, but still, what do you mean, Matt Fryer OP? Still like to play climbing game. Won't play climbing game later if you're on. What is this mount? Where did I get this? What is this? How'd I get... What is this? This is cool. Hold on. What? What is this? I had to step away for a while. Did you find major resolve replacement for MAGSORC while I was gone? Yeah, I found it. That was the first thing I did. In fact, we're on MAGSORC right now. It's a small fix. Just put your major resolve on your spammable. Which is stupid, but... I mean, it fixes the problem. Because you get your crit buff on this now, right? You get your savagery on this. So you put your resolve on this. Since they took it away on this. So you fixed it. Also, yeah, swimming mounts, guys. Let's go. Behold! Behold! Swimming mounts! Yes! This looks so goofy, bro. Heck yeah. Down for peak gaming. Oh, shoot. Heck yeah. We swimming. I like this. I like this. I genuinely like this. This is good. It's neat. Swimming mounts. Awesome. Good job, Zost.
Comrade, I have a message for you.
But yeah, those are all the changes. What is the other stuff I should look at before I go off? Any requests? Any requests in chat for something to look at specifically that I missed? Questions, thoughts, concerns? Flying mounts will be up next. No, there are so many things wrong with this game. Flying mounts would break everything. Still gonna use Hurricane in the end? Yeah, because we put our armor buff on our spammable. So... I do like Black Gem Monstrosity. I think it has good potential in PvP as well. I probably learned a few funny ways to do this. What does the roll indicator look like? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh! Oh! Do you guys see it yet? Do you see it yet? You guys see the roll indicator yet? It's not going away. Why is it not going away? You guys see it? Yeah, I have green legs. That's my roll indicator. I have green legs. I have green legs. There it goes. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gets more intense the more you roll. 7, 8. How intense can we make them? Wow, they're getting really bright now, aren't they? Bro, my legs are bright green. I like that. It kind of looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it looks pretty cool, I guess. Oh, frick, we missed it. Much rolling causes greenage. It's alright. More roll, more green. This doesn't make a lot of sense, but I do like how it looks. It's like the effect for a mythic item or something. When you roll dodge, you get green legs. Looks for everything. I think my MAGSORC will be fine. I might need to put that in the description, though, for the update if they decide they want to keep these changes. Just throw resolve on the spammable, and boom, fixed it. Looks equal win. Yes. I think I'm not super fond about change-wise. I mean, it's one I'll just get used. What? Okay, that mount needs to stop. It's too good. How do I get that? Is that like a writhing wall event thing? Reward? Let me patch notes it up. Where is it? Unique pet fragments. Wormwraith, Hajmaj, hatchling. It's not a Wormwraith. A Wormwraith thing, but it's not a hatchling, is it? It's a bear lizard. It doesn't tell me how to get this. It just says that I have it. I also changed the indicators for notifications. Look down here. You can see it. This is blue outline now. I keep fidgeting with the UI. I don't know if I like it or not. Keep changing stuff. But yeah, this is what I don't like. Having to drop animal companions to get an armor buff with restoring light. I mean, I'm gonna be insanely tanky, don't get me wrong, but it's like... That's how it makes me feel. But I lose quite a bit of damage with this. I think I can't recover from, granted, but... Wait a minute. Isn't blood... What am I doing? What am I doing? That's the perfect excuse to use shooter. AI program. You're fine. You are literally fine. You can get away with this. You know why? You know why you can do that? Just shooting. Exists. It's so specific though, and I hate it. Mighty Pop Poopun. What? Yes, BB. I agree. What do you use to hide vamp visuals on this character? The skin, it's called... Oh, I don't have any transmutes. How do I not have transmutes? How do I get rid of all of them? Maybe I have some in here. No. Sad. This is so sad. Sorry, it's a skin, it's called... Malmer Fish. Fixes my life. And my vampirism. Zanmer Defender. It's a crown crate skin. What? What am I doing? I was putting this on. You're like, oh yeah. This is medium. Here you go. Armor buff acquired. I'm not gonna have blood spawn though. Drop vamp equal good at the game. I was actually surprised I didn't use vampire in a build and I got really good results with it. Oh yeah, that's that damage I remember and I love. I dropped vamp on I don't remember which build it was. I was playing it and it was actually pretty decent. Oh, it's Draconic Power and Restoring Light on Nightblade. Yeah, that was very strong. I don't have soul magic. Man, what can I use melee-wise in order to get the Black Gem Foundry Monster Grease? Whatever he's called. Monstrosity. I guess it just has to be whenever I cast a soul magic ability, right? Does it have to be offensive or not? Because if I can use it on my heal, I can use it on this build, because why would I not do that? All in combat casting a soul magic ability. Yeah! So I guess just whenever I heal myself too, I can get away with using it. Awesome. I love looking like concrete. Same. Always forget Chudon exists. Same. This drip is fire. It's the greatest thing I've ever made. Grab some gems while I'm here. Yeah, but you go through these things real quick, don't you? Oh, I didn't put the monster set in the bank. Yeah, I programmed. Why don't I just make another one? That mount is wild. Okay, sure. I'll drop Chuden just for a bit. But I think it'll probably be a mainstay on the build. All I gotta do is heal myself when I'm in combat. And then I get a decent proc. Okay, nice. Much better as an offensive utility, though, I will say. It's just gonna be so inconsistent. Just doing it for the test. I want to see how it feels. Yeah, no, Chudon's gonna go there. Chudon. Mighty, mighty Chudon. Probably gonna end up farming up Black Gem Monstrosity, though. Seems to be very good. So nothing else y'all want me to go goof off with a test and see? We tried Trap Master, tried Black Gem Monstrosity, tried the Elemental set. We see the new skin. Apparently there's a prologue quest for the Writhing Wall, but I'm too tired to do quests. That will literally just make me fall asleep on stream. Maybe that's a good thing. We chested the Rush of Agony, monster set Barsaka. Your mama Barsaka. Right, we use that. We see that. I know. Let's just look. Right, that monster set. Okay, for you. Does the Shadow skill tree have a passive that can give you major results? Yes. Okay, what am I doing with this? While in combat, performing a roll dodge creates a 6-meter pool of blood after 1 second. It deals damage, and then I get a shield. Whoa. Whoa. I like the visuals. But ain't no one standing in that. Not a single soul is going to stand in that giant green puddle and let me hit them with it. Not a living, breathing being in PvP. Ow, I can only do... Oh, I can 99 at a time. Freak. Oh. Yeah, 99. Rodian skeleton gaming. That's it? That's all I get? That's it? What's the cooldown on this daggum thing? Kidding me? 10 seconds? It. Oh, maybe it scales with health a little bit better, like it says in the tooltip. Hold on. Bro, there's no way you're building for max health and then deciding to roll dodge. Ooh. Why? How? I mean, I like how the set looks, but holy goodness, pretty bad. It only went up by 100. I put 5,000 more health on the build, and it only went up by 100 points. What kind of health do you expect me to have? Cannot critically hit. Nice. I want to get this damage sigil. I'm gonna make it look cool. Look. Here, look. Look at that. Tarnished Nightmare did 4 times as much damage. Bro, there's no way I'm rolling through 6 enemies and hitting all of them. F tier monster set. F tier bad. Horrendous. Horrendous. 15k, which is only gonna be 7. Yep, horrendous. Put it with Lamp Knight, no. It will still do no damage. What am I doing? What am I doing? I think I need to get off. Spin a bit. Okay, anything else? Anything else we missed? Full sweep. No, I think we got everything. Wow. And still the biggest talking point of this whole thing is the fact they took the armor buff off of Hurricane. Yeah, gonna have dinner. See you folks. Be safe, Yankee. Yeah, I'm not far behind you, bro. Tested everything, and I am not in the mood to PvP. I haven't been recently. I've needed a big detox from ESO. I've gotten it more or less, but I mean, I'll come back for the updates and goof off with them. But I've been so busy. Work. I have no idea. And then it's like you get onto ESO, and then you want to play a little casually, and you can't exactly do that because everyone is sweating out of their mind. Everyone's running the most comp cringe meta thing you could possibly imagine because no one wants to lose. So you log on a casual day, just gonna hang out with my friends, I'm just gonna goof off, and then you run into, I don't know, some guy that just hasn't gone outside in over a year, running the meta. Just every other person you fight, and it's annoying. I mean, I can deal with it, it's just I don't want to deal with it. Because my time has become more valuable to me now that I've become a lot more busy with schoolwork and whatnot. So it's like, do I want to put up with the sweats? Do I not? I don't. I could be doing something else with my life. I take this game way too seriously. It's just not healthy. I don't think we missed anything. I might play around with this, see on a ganker, but I mean, I already have the gank build I want, and nothing really comes close. Kill anyone, most. A single hit. That's cursed. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna come back to it in the PTS later and be like, what was I doing? You won't ask questions. Alright, that'll probably be it for me. I don't know when the next time I'll stream is. Yeah, not sure. But I mean, I'm kind of disappointed. Update 47. Just shake up out of nowhere. Completely changing it. Sorry. Gabbling. Is anyone live right now that we can raid into? Deltioids Gaming is live. That's so cursed. Give me a second, fellas. Update 47 that bad? What do you mean? It's just... They said they were going to be light on the changes and they weren't. The sets are interesting, but it's like... I don't know. Not exactly... Like, it's not making me excited to play ESO, that's for sure. Some updates I'm very excited to get in and play because I'm like, oh, this will be fun, but like... This is so mid. Middle of the road. And then they also did this. I play Sorc a lot. Sorc is the main reason I love playing this game, and then they changed something that hasn't been changed in like 11 years. This always gives you an armor buff. It doesn't give you an armor buff anymore. Why does this need to be changed after 11 years? So confusing. Another meh patch. I don't know. My love for ESO is starting to dry up a bit. Not gonna lie. It's fun though, from time to time, but recently with subclassing, like I said, everyone's playing the exact same daggum build. Everyone's so super sweaty as well. And it's not worth it. Not worth getting frustrated and needing to go do something else. See, Epic, good luck with school, bro. Thank you, Dakota. Like I said, I can compete with it. I can fight back against it. No problems with that. I just don't want to. Not worth my time. Not fun. I hate how downhill it went after the hybrid changes, then subclassing finally did it for me after 5 years of playing so much ESO. Like, it's just something I do. I make videos on it now as well. I won't quit, but sometimes you gotta know when you need a break. You know what I'm saying? Even with school, not having a lot of free time. When I do have free time, I find myself not wanting to play ESO, and I just want to go do other stuff that's not ESO. And I'm respecting my decision. Because, well, PvP is a mess now that subclassing is a thing. And this patch Didn't do much to strengthen my, I mean, 5 weeks left. So, you don't know. Don't know. But, yeah, I don't know when I'll stream again, guys. See what happens after my finals are done. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I don't know when I'll see you guys again. I'm going to be honest. Anyways, be safe, everyone. Good night.